I've made a change for you. And oh, and this time I promise I'm never gonna hurt you again. Teach them the things I used to do. Oh, and this time I promise I'm never gonna do them again. Watch it now.
I am here vibing, one of Jamaica's supremely talented musical sons. A vocalist, songwriter, composer, and producer. His parents named him Orville Thomas, but we know him as
Daville.
Father Daville.
Yes, man.
All is well, sir?
All is well, you know what I mean? Can't complain, God is great, yeah?
It's a joy, sir.
Yeah, man, pleasure.
Been a rough morning, but it's a joy.
Indeed, rough morning, indeed.
But
But
everything take time, good things take time.
Yeah,
Better.
Baby, I'm sorry for breaking your heart. Been unfaithful to you. I know I've done wrong, but I'm sorry. Teach them, I tell them, say, yesterday is gone. Whoa, you're always on my mind. You're always on my mind. Teach them a number and every time.
Teach them! Always make sure the message I reach them!
The singer?
Yes.
Yeah, man, look young, sir.
You know the thing, go, if you want to stay, you gotta do like me, you know. Get a very young wife.
A young wife. That's my problem.
Yeah, take off me a mileage, John.
I'll be a do it wrong. Well, it's good to see the man, brother.
Yeah, it's good. It's great to be here, you know.
Them, wife, and the man look happy.
Yes, sir, indeed. Totally happy, you know what I mean?
Right. Talk to us though, early life, place of birth.
Place of birth, early life. A place called Tiger Valley.
Tiger Valley?
Next door to East Selassie High School, in between Mackay Lane and Pienland.
Side there.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So, East Selassie High School is right here. My house is actually right there beside the school. So I was born there in Kingston 11, Tiger Valley.
You're born in a school, brother?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, in a school, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so that is where you grew up actually?
Well, I actually spent my younger years there. You know what I mean? In between there in a place called Oakland Crescent. You know, because my father lived in Oakland Crescent, but I lived in Tiger Valley with my grandmother.
So Oakland Crescent is in the same general area?
Same general area. About a 10 minutes walk.
Okay.
You know, because you have to walk from the valley to go to the crescent. You get me?
Yeah.
But then you take some shortcut over some fence and through some open land and you reach quicker. You get me?
Yes.
Yeah, but that was where I was born and grew up for a bit.
Yeah.
And then after that now, before we got to our teenage years, my dad bought a house what we call Uptown.
Uptown.
You know what I mean? We moved uptown now. And
which part of Uptown is Uptown?
Well, we call it Kingston 19.
Kingston 19.
Yeah, a place next door to Queensborough,
Okay.
them place there.
How many brothers and sisters? Siblings generally? Everybody laugh.
You mean, how much I know? How far?
How much you know?
Daddy bad enough. Whatever it is, have a count. Well, there is Jerome, Tina, Trisha, you know what I mean? Dwayne, Dwight, Andre. Then later on I learned about Trishana. And then later on I learned about Kimali.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then Javid, later on I learned about him about 3 years ago. I learned about her name, Javid. Yeah, she's about 9, man.
About 9.
You know, I don't
and
know
the
the rest.
9 that you know, all of them are still around?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, give thanks, man. It's a blessing that, man.
Yes, you know
It's
what I mean?
that. But more good as the boy.
Yeah, man. You know, Daddy is a great man in that area, you know?
But as I said that, we know Daddy is Jah Thomas.
Yeah.
And we know that he's still around. You know?
Yes, man, indeed. Wonderfully,
Man.
yeah.
The old lady.
Yes, she's
still
around
around?
too. Yeah, man, definitely.
What's she doing?
She's doing great, you know. She actually lives in New York right now.
Yeah, happy to hear that.
You get me? Yeah, man, and Daddy's still in Jamaica, still.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah, we've been trying to make a link with him still and it not really work out for some reason. But we talk, you know.
Yeah, we can't figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah, so where did they attend school though?
Well, started out in Tavares, right down in the heart of building. I would call it building at the bottom side, Piano right there. So. You get me? Then we went to Maxfield Park Primary. And then from Maxfield Park Primary we went to Norman Manley. But Norman Manley was just a high school. And then it became a comprehensive high.
Nice. Okay.
And then, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Graduated from Norman Manley, and then to the world, you know?
To the world.
Yeah.
We are taking on the world in our few. What was it like growing up from a financial perspective, though?
Well, from a financial perspective, we didn't really have it, like as some people would say,
Yes.
gold spoon in our mouth. We never really have that. We know what it was to be like on the difficult path. But one thing I can tell you, food was always around.
Food was on the
Yeah,
table.
man. You know, grandma, Miss Fema,
Miss Fema.
was a lady with Igla,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, started in Coronation Market, you know what I mean, and she always found a way to make things available for us in terms of that.
Yeah.
My father, now, on the other hand, was the man who was always doing his thing abroad, traveling back and forth. I had shoes on my foot, the latest shoes on my foot, clothes on my back, we never short of clothing.
Yes.
You feel me? Yeah, so that was the way it was. You know what I mean? But apart from that, we went to the everyday struggle same way, facing the everyday life and the different challenges that came along with it.
Yes.
Yeah. Never had it easy, but we were blessed.
We're blessed.
Yeah, man.
Yes. And Grandma Fema ensured that you attended church.
Yeah, man. Miss Fema, man. Yeah. Even when I
She's
want to
still
go.
around?
No, she
Oh,
passed.
my condolences, man.
Yeah, she passed many years ago.
Okay.
Still hit me hard every now and then when I think about her. But you know, she was like my mom and dad really. Because as I said before, my father was a man who was always away.
On the move.
Yeah, I never really knew my mother like that.
Oh.
My real mother. Because I grew up seeing my grandmother, Miss Fema, as my
As
mother.
your mommy.
So I called her Mama. I addressed her as that. You know what I mean? Then eventually I learned that I had a mom, you know? And I see her every now and then. And I know it wasn't a situation where, you know, where she could have probably done better. She was just not in a very good
position.
place at the time. You know, so she was just doing the best that she could in regards to her circumstances.
Because, you know, funny as I said that, because me and Lissy bro, and you know, during the reading, because we normally prep ourselves before we do these things,
Yeah.
we kind of, a couple of articles, you know, that suggested that your childhood was very difficult.
It was.
So we talk about the financial side, so it
Yeah.
was more from an emotional
Yeah, emotional
standpoint.
standpoint. You feel me? It was more from an emotional standpoint because me growing up, not really knowing my mother, seeing my grandmother as my mother, seeing her struggles, being there as a part of her struggles. You know what I mean? 'Cause I remember, you know, my grandmother said in Coronation Market,
Right.
and there are sometimes that me and my sister would have to be in Coronation Market with her,
I do the hustle.
selling alongside her. You get me? I said to you, because my father's a very, what do you call it now? It's a man full of, a talented man, but he's a man where, as you would call a go-getter, very, what's that
In
word?
the streets.
Not in the streets, not only, but it's a man full of ambition, as they would say in Jamaica. You know what I mean? He had dreams and he had aspirations, and he had goals, and I guess he wanted to, you know, attain those in the way that he knew. And I don't think that from an emotional standpoint, he was lacked in. He wasn't there like that. But you as a kid now, knowing that you're in that position and you're looking for that and wasn't getting that, it affected you differently, and it affected me differently. Because the one person I knew that was giving that to me,
Grandma.
eventually she passed. And when she passed, then
That was
everything else was like, the emotional part of it just went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they are listening, brother, and they come like, I tell my story. But it's a next story for you next
Yeah.
time. You know what I think? Go?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
can understand that still. So we have to know Grandma Fema, she was
She was the rock.
the block, the rock.
Yeah, man, the rock, man. You get me?
And everything was built around her.
Everything was built around her.
She ensured that school,
Yeah.
church.
Yeah, man. If you try to miss church like your own church, you know, say, discipline. I really don't want to go, you have to go.
You
get
became
me?
a member of the St. Peter Claver Choir?
Yes.
Church choir.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
You had a desire for music before the church choir, or it was whilst attending church, the music book, the kind of, you know,
No, the music was always there.
was there.
Was
Cause
there
daddy-
from. Yeah, man. No, well, I would say because of him, and I would say because of my mom too as well.
Okay.
Because here I go on. More so because of my father still. Because I growing up emulating my father, always trying to see what I could do to get that attention, you know? No, seriously, you know what I mean? My father walk a certain way, I start walk a certain way. Talk a certain way, I start talk a certain
wanted
way.
to be a father.
I just wanted to be like my father. You get what I'm saying to you? but that was very difficult to attain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So, on the path of doing that still, I mean, the bug was always there from day one. You know, when I spoke to my mother not so long ago, since I began and get to know her,
Yes.
she told me the story. She was like, yo, don't think that you being able to sing normally like this is something that you just picked up along the way. You had that from you were in my tummy. She would tell me a story that she's like, yo, there are times when I would be humming in her tummy. And she'd be like pointing it out to my father like, yo,
Tommy Homer.
listen to that. Yeah, Tommy Homer, you know? And then when I came forth to the world, you know, music was like there. I've been humming and singing from day one. You get me?
So church choir was where the vocals were groomed.
Was being utilized.
Utilized.
Yeah, because even before that, I remember when in Tiger Valley, I had a little sound across from my abode, owned by a guy, I'm calling him Derek. Now, Derek is a man more time, used to be like a father figure to me. So when the sound string up more time, he would take me on his shoulder and bring me over in the session, you know?
Yeah.
And I'd be there. And I remember me trying to act like the older men in the
party.
In the party. Yeah. Them time, you know, the shirt I wear, one button across. The rest are just a fly. Mesh marina, one pants roll up. And you know, I barefoot pants.
Yeah.
So you know me, you know, as I look at you now. I'm in the dance. I got one button, shirt fly. You know what I mean? Was
Yeah,
a mesh
live the life
marina.
where you
But me I try. Anyway, the thing, you get me, I say to you, we love music like that, and there are times when they would hand me the mic and I try a local thing and do a local thing. You get me, I say? But I'm not gonna say that I knew it like that.
Okay.
But back then I felt like I did.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, right. So that was a part of the early tutelage of the music.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So how did the church and the sound situation across here so kind of progress into Daville now wanting to take music to the next level?
Well,
From a personal level.
first thing is first, music was like my escape from my reality. You dig? Because like, as I said before, the emotional support wasn't there. Music gave me that. You know? Eventually, because when my grandmother wasn't around and she was busy Coronation Market, and music was the thing that kept me happy.
Musical,
Yeah, that kept me happy. I could listen to a song and in minutes I would memorize it.
Yeah?
And I'd be singing it. You know what I mean? Making it my own. And then at the time, again, apart from the sound system situation, my father wanted to be like him, really drove me. Because I remember I was in the midst of my father, who I looked upon like a great man. And then he had all of these other stars coming around him like Tristan Palmer, Little John, Rankin Tyan, you know what I mean? Super Cat, Joseph, Early B, the Doctor, you know what I mean?
But that's everybody, man.
Yeah, man, John Jalars, the great man.
Henry.
Yeah, so I'm in the midst of that. Barrington Levy, I'm in the midst of that coming around me. So when my father would do a project and bring it, and I go around to his house from my grandmother's house to go and visit like Onama to do and spend time around there. I would take out the cassette that he bring in, put it in a cassette player, play it, listen, memorize songs, and know them, even before them touch road.
Yeah?
You know what I said to you, yeah, man. You see me? Yeah, so with all those things in the picture, those things drove me. You know what I mean? So when the opportunity came now for me to be a part of a choir, I was happy to be a part of that because the opportunity to do music again and to sing and to exercise the vocals. You see me?
So you were also a part of the school choir or just church?
No, school choir as well.
Manly?
No, Manly, yeah, man. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
So after school now, you say you take on the road, the world.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What you did immediately after school?
When I left school, I realized that when I was going to school, I was always told that I was born in 75. So me and I go to school now and things, I'm born in 1975. All this time, straight to high school.
Yeah?
When I graduated now, I was supposed to be 17, no?
Right.
After I graduate now, I would say, yo, I'm 17. I'm going to find my birth certificate. I said 1976. So it simply means that I was out of school a year earlier than I should have been. So I come to know, boop and say, Daddy, you know, say, I'm out of school 1 year too early, I want to go back. Man say, yeah, talk about, go look at work, man. Man say, out of school, man, go look at work. But I take on the work road and I started out basically that big building you see, that is it Island Life building? Is it the Island Life building in New Kingston?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man, I mix a portion of them tile ways lay upon a building there. I mix a portion of tin set, man.
Yeah?
Yes, man. Shovel up and tin set up, man. Bucket up and you know what I mean? I worked along the guys who lay tile in that building, basically mixing the tin set, supplying them a tin set for them to lay the tiles. You get me? Apart from that, that never lasts too long, because after a while, tin set thing and me couldn't work, you know what I mean? But again, we're trying to find a way in the world. Then, I remember I took on a chicken farm. I worked where they basically pick you up in the early morning, take you to the chicken farm. You basically are responsible to put in the chickens in the little thing that the canister with them have to pack it up on the truck.
Oh.
Yeah, that I think the last 1 day, you know.
1 day.
Yeah, man, 1 day alone, man. I don't want to say it again. Man, the chicken, we never really work out, you know.
Yeah.
The only thing about that situation is I learned to appreciate chickens more.
Yeah.
You know, and I realized that when I see them on my plate, on my table, I knew exactly where they're coming from and what they've been through to get there. You get me? But anyway, did the chicken thing for 1 night. Then eventually I ended up working at A-Mart. A-Mart store downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, on Iron Street. So I started working at A-Mart for Mr. Amars and the Amars family. You know what I mean? I was responsible for, when you come inside the store, I take the bag and I give you a number.
We do a settings.
You know the settings. You know what I mean? Make sure so when you leave, you get the right bag. You know what I mean? Reach there early morning, pull up the shutter, make sure the store window them clean and glistening. You know what I mean? Garbage out, garbage clear out, and the store up on tip top, and cleaning. Yeah. Yeah. What if I things, bro?
What if I things? So this time you were still yearning for the music.
Oh, yeah, someone, music. Brother, anybody will tell you we know me from day one. You see me walking by myself, sing. I'll sing all day. I remember one day a man looked at me and said, yo, you know, he's a walking radio, man.
Yeah.
Man says a walking radio. You know what I mean? Because that's just me.
Yes.
I'm just always singing.
So were you doing anything at the time for really and truly chase the musical dream? I just go through the motions?
Well, I was, because I remember even before it got to that point, when I was still in high school, first, let me point out, my father is the first individual to take me to a recording studio. You know what I mean? And I remember I used to go to the recording studio with him. I used to accompany my dad to the record studio when he was going to do his project and stuff. And I used to walk with the 24 tracks and the 2 tracks, and you know what I mean, going down to, I remember Black Scorpio studio, mostly. There have been others like Mixing Lab and whatsoever, but Black Scorpio studio, I remember going there with my father on the regular, you know, to record songs with all these different artists and stuff like that. And I remember one day he was doing this production and he said to me, yo, go into the studio.
Boat.
Yeah, go into the boat. Put on the can. I will sing something already for me. And of course, I never hesitated. I went inside and I started to freestyle. Then him said, all right, no worry. Gonna go home, these 2 rhythms, you're gonna write something for them, and then vice.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wrote for them. Back to the studio, vice them. That's my first experience in a recording booth with a kind of me is voicing on a record. So my dad was responsible to putting out the first 2 songs with me.
Which 2 songs?
I don't remember, my brother. Nah, like, if I tell you, I do.
Yeah?
But I do know that one of them was titled Hold Me Tight.
Hold Me Tight.
Yeah. And at the time, he gave me the name O.A. Thomas, which was like hyphens, you would say.
Right.
From my first name, middle name.
Arville.
Yeah, initials from my first name, middle name, and then my full name, O.A. Thomas. You get me? But that was my first experience in the studio at the time with 2 songs out, and my father is a person to thank for that, you know?
Nice.
Yeah, man.
That must have been a good feeling,
Of
brother.
course, the greatest feeling ever. The greatest feeling ever. To see the name on a 45.
Yeah,
I remember it.
Wax it up on it.
Oh, yeah, someone wax, man. The thing good. The bees, them are even the bees wax kick out, man. I name them on them, man.
Them songs never really make no waves still.
No waves.
But
you
you're
get me?
on wax.
But I'm up on wax. That's
It's
important.
a start.
Yeah, man, it's a start, man. You get me? And again, I used to observe my father based on how he would operate in the studio. And all of these things I was absorbing like a sponge, not realizing that later on down the line, all of what I've been learning is going to end up being something that aid me in my success. You get me?
Nice.
But even though we did that, eventually, that never really brought
Propel the thing
certain
to
things,
it, right.
to a certain level. You see me? Because even though my father was the man he was, a very influential man up until this day, he was not the kind of man to say, yo, you know what? Yeah, I'm a son. Let me take you up to this producer and say, yo, I'm a son, you know.
You still have to look it for yourself.
You have to do that part on your own. You get me? So we never really have that kind of support, even though I was looking for it.
Yes.
Just wasn't there. You get me? So even through those times, still I had the passion for music, and I had the push for music, and still had this urge to want to do it. And ARP, you know, came in the picture eventually.
A
raw perspective, and aided and assisted me in doing so, yeah.
Oh, so ARP kind of existed before you joined them? Or
Not really.
It was everybody just come together?
It's like this. When I was on my last year in school, or my last 2 years in school, I met up with a friend of mine called Bobby Brown. You know what I mean? Yeah, see, yeah, I'm real name. Yeah, man. Bobby Brown, and you know what I mean? And we started link up from a musical perspective.
Yes.
Bobby's a youth never could have played the guitar to a certain level. He loved music, but he never really had the greatest voice. You know what I mean? But him love it. So based on that, me and him started click. And we became great friends. So I used to go by his house on the regular. And just so happens that our next house across the street, there was another guy over there called Alwyn.
Alwyn.
Yeah, man. Alwyn Rose Green, which is like
Rose Green.
Yeah. And him tell me one day, we were actually on the bus coming home, heading home from school. And him said to me, say, yo, you know, I know some guys around the way, they're starting a group, and you know, I mean, I think you should check it out, you know. In those times, you know, some boys, Timon and Jodeci and them, man, they're around the place.
A group with her at them time. Then.
Yeah, and them very influential for me, because I used to lock into BET and them things.
Okay.
So based on that, now start link up on the ends with Alwyn, and then from Alwyn now we bring in a youth named Patrick.
Hilton,
and then Mitch. You know what I mean? Roger Mitchell.
Roger.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That's how the group really started. So it was more from a fun perspective. Just people with a like mind wanted to do something musically. And we came together and said, okay, guess what? Let's start something, a version of what the Americans are doing. But it's just that we're here in Jamaica.
It's Jamaica boys to men.
Yeah. So that's how it started really.
Yes.
You get me? Yeah.
So ARP was born.
Yeah.
And then now I think the first song you guys did was The Lion Sleeps. No?
Yeah, no, we did something before that.
Okay.
But it was more from an R&B perspective.
Okay.
Because remember, we were trying to be the Jamaican version of what the American was.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until we were working with this Chin. I forgot his first name, Mr. Chin. He was a guitarist, Clive Chin, I believe. Clive Chin, famous guitarist.
Okay.
We were doing some work with him. And I remember Clive Chin said to us one day that, listen, you guys are Jamaicans. You can't be Jamaicans trying to compete with the Americans and do what the Americans do. You know what I mean? It would be best if you are actually singing reggae, but with the same kind of group.
Yes,
kind of vibe.
So, yeah.
You feel me? And I think Clive Chin was the one who mentioned that to us, and we started doing our own thing. You get me? So we took the Lion Sleep thing now and basically started performing that as a group. And it did something for us in a big way, because we mashed up a whole heap of stage show with that. You get what I say? So the Lion Sleep song was really the song that
kind of introduced it to the masses.
Yeah, because people started paying attention then. You know, till eventually we end up on a shocking vibe and
vibes.
you know what I mean, start link up with the king.
Kick off, you know.
Yeah, man, with Beenie Man and
Were you guys actually signed to Shocking Vibes?
No, we weren't, but we were working very close with them.
Ah.
You know what I mean?
And you guys and Beenie Man did quite a few
Yeah,
pieces
man,
of work.
man,
Storm.
on and on we keep it storm, and the New Year's gone and the old one gone. On and on we keep it storm, New Year's gone and the old one gone. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Missing You featuring Beenie and
Yeah, man.
Tony Curtis.
Yeah, but Tony Curtis, I'm a dog, I'm a brother, I love your dog, but Tony was not on that record.
Because me a listener, me not hear Tony.
Tony
but
was
it
at-
say, when you see it online,
Politics, man.
yeah?
Politics. I'm gonna tell you what happened with that scenario.
Because me a listen to Tony, you know, me not hear Tony. If I tell you the truth,
Bankilos was the one who produced that song.
me know a bank.
Tony Curtis was Bankilos artist.
Right.
You know what I mean? Give the artist a little bit more exposure. You know what I mean? And maybe, true, he was trying to give ARP a little more exposure
Yes.
when he added additive to the whole mix. Because it's really Beenie Man and ARP.
Right.
It's not really Beenie Man, ARP, and Tony Curtis. You get me? Yeah.
We live and we learn.
We live and we learn, man.
ARP featuring Beenie Man again, another song that, you know, got some love in the street.
Yeah, man.
You are the why.
Yeah. Most definitely. We did some great things with Beenie Man. You know what I mean? So big up a doctor, because honestly, Beenie Man, working with Beenie Man really had an overwhelming effect on me. You know, because I started to learn about stage presentation and performance.
I am happy, man.
Huh?
Him I say him have
Yes,
that.
man. Oh, yes, man.
Him the shot of that.
Him the shot of that, and I learned.
Him the shot of that for you.
My first teacher in that area, in terms of performance and stage presentation, was Beenie Man.
Beenie.
I learned that from Beenie Man. Dance move and certain things, I do certain things on stage, Beenie Man. And then after a while, we started to tap into other people to learn different things. But
Fair enough,
yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah, man.
So, Moses played an instrumental role in the progression and development of the musical journey.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice, nice.
Unknowingly.
Unknowingly.
Yes. Unknowingly, you know.
Yeah. Eventually, you started going around Penthouse.
Eventually, yeah.
Or you were going around by Penthouse while you were around Shocking Vibes,
but-
or it's after?
well-
Because you eventually left ARP
Yeah,
and
because
went solo.
before we get to that point there, because remember, I work at A-Mart, you know.
You're still there, AMart, all of this time?
But at A-Mart I work before the Beenie Man situation
okay,
come in.
okay.
ARP start, I'm doing ARP, you know. In the midst of me being a part of ARP, I graduated high school. You know what I mean? Daddy say, go look for work, because the light bill have to pay, rent have to pay, I have to contribute. Of which I understood, you're a man now, so you have to try for. Probably that's his way of saying, you're a man now, you have to learn to be a little bit more responsible. So this is the way you're gonna be responsible, by having to contribute to something. Yeah? Anyway, in the midst of that, I was working at, eventually end up at A-Mart, still with ARP, I do my thing.
Okay.
Now, while working at A-Mart, the opportunity came for us to enter the Taste Garden.
You guys entered
Yes,
TST?
man.
Okay.
Entered Taste Garden contest. We got chosen. By us getting chosen, we now had to attend rehearsals for the competition.
Oh, yeah, oh.
Now, I went to my manager at the time at A-Mart and I explained the situation to them. And she said to me, well, I'm going to have to speak to Mr. Amars and see what he says. Went to Mr. Amars, and I guess from what she heard and what was conveyed to me is that if you basically don't turn up for work on the days that you're supposed to turn up for work for, then you no longer have a job.
Oh.
So we need to know if you're going to be resigning to go do whatever it is you want to pursue, or you're going to be here for your work the following day. In my heart, I know I wasn't going to be there for the following day, but I told him I would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be fired.
Right.
I did them something better. I went home, write my resignation letter, and I brought it in the following day, and I gave them that. I resigned from the work to pursue my dream with music and ARP and this opportunity in the Taste Italian contest, which I think would have propelled us even further. And we mashed up that, man. You get what I say? So that's another
You guys
real.
actually won?
We came, what was it, second? We came second place
Okay.
in it. But might as well have given us a trophy, because we got way better response
Than the
than the
person
person
who
who
actually
actually
won.
won. You get me? And we were still seen and regarded as the winners.
Okay.
You feel me? But that kind of propelled us to a different level on the music. When we're doing the road shows and the performances, and you know, when you have to rehearse and prepare for these things, you're competing, you have to get a different energy. So now you have to go now to learn certain things and add certain things to your performance. And that's when we bring in dance moves and, you know what I mean, presentation and
choreography
and them thing there. Again, school for me.
Right.
I know harmonies in a group. I had no ideas what harmonies were until I joined ARP.
You have to learn that.
I have to learn that. Carry a key. You have to know the key difference from the doorknob. You know what I mean? You have to learn that. Worse, you're in a group now where you have to focus. And group demands that, you know? So again, because of ARP, I started learning that. And Mitch was the man at the head of the helm because he knew harmonies, so he was teaching all of us harmonies.
Okay.
But I'm a fast learner, man, but I suck it up like a sponge. You dig? So eventually, when ARP started doing the road shows or whatsoever, that's what we became now an entity where we decided to start doing our own music. I would start to venture out into the studios.
Right.
And we ended up at Shocking Vibe. And I saw now we link up with the doctor. Again, because Patrick Roberts see the talent, like the talent, Beenie Man hear the thing, like the thing. I will start to work with the different producers under Shocking Vibes, voice upon different rhythms where I go out the road. I will start spread the wings from this up. So that's how the thing really start flourish.
Why you leave ARP? Growth, progress, or it was more than that?
I would say it's a bit of everything because eventually when you're doing something, everything in life is a thing called growth and everything evolves. And I just felt like we got to a point where stagnation came in and it was a little bit too accepted by
the members
of the group. It wasn't for me because even though we were doing all these shows and linking up with the man, you know what I mean, and working with all these producers, I wanted more than that, man. You know what I mean, more hit records. You know what I mean, more get paid the big bucks too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, more look and collect to our awards too and people call my name and know it. You know what I mean? But then eventually I just felt like people weren't taking it serious enough. You know, it came to a point where I was even recording songs by myself and saying it's ARP.
Yeah.
Record, if you call Computer Power right, them can tell you. I record an entire song for Computer Power. ARP, because sometimes I just can't find certain members when it's time for us to go and get certain works done. And them things that just kind of put my mind in a certain place. I'm like, you know what? So I remember we had a meeting. And I remember me saying to them, listen, by then we had 5 members.
So it was you, Patrick, Leon, Mitch.
It was me. And then eventually.
Rose Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 of you.
5 of us. And then eventually something happened to Leon with some situation. We're going out with him and him end up, you know what I mean, out of the thing. And no. 4 of us again, and I'm like, listen, if it's 4 of us, it's 4. If it's 3,
it's
3, 2, and if it's 1, it'll happen. You get me? Because I'm hungry for the thing. I mean, I know about the next man, them feelings, but it's in my brain, I'm hungry for this, I want this now. You know? And I remember when, by this time, we started linking up with Donovan German by Penthouse, the entire group.
Right, so ARP was going around Penthouse.
Yeah, man, around Penthouse at the time. So we started linking up with German, I remember Shocking Vibe was still at Penthouse.
Right. Set premises. So we link up with Jeremy, you know, and Jeremy started Viceway and whatever. But I guess Jeremy himself saw that certain people wasn't taking the thing too serious. And I remember having a conversation with him one day, and I'm like, Jeremy, I'm gonna go solo, you know. Jeremy didn't tell me to go solo. And I know that's the narrative. Oh, so that is what has been said in the street.
Yeah, some people have it in the street that it's Jeremy actually tell Daville to leave the group. That's not the case. So one day, reality kicked me real hard and say, yo, not only reality, my father. You remember, you know, when daddy talk, you know, mouth loud. Every day, you get up here, one bag of long seed, man. One bag of singing and go sing for your own, how you do? You're a star. You alone can do it. But again, I'm committed.
Yeah.
Hey, studio, committed. Go on. Now I tell you, you alone can't do it, you're a star. Thomas and him. You see me?
Yeah.
And eventually, that voice just became louder. You get me? Because I'm getting up in age, and I'm getting older. Whenever I was still young.
Yes.
But my understanding, music wait on no one.
True.
You gotta strike the iron while it's hot.
True.
So, at that point, I decided to start voicing some song by myself. I mean, I was already voicing song by myself.
Right.
It's just that I was putting ARP on it. So now I'm gonna stop with ARP on it and just put my name. First song I voice and put my name alone on it is a song called Love Will Show Me the Way for Penthouse. Donovan Jermaine released that. And I got back some feedback from that wasn't too positive. Not positive in the sense that the song wasn't doing anything good. The song was great.
Yeah.
The song was doing great things in London.
Yes.
But my name kind of resonated a different way with one of the disc jockey who actually saw the name and was like, oh, called Jermaine and said, Jermaine, I love this record, you know, but this guy you have in the record here, Daville.
Oh, so
Devil.
Because
my name at the time was D.
D-I-L-L-E.
No, it was just D, hyphenated V-I-L-L-E. So he pronounced it as Devil. You know, this guy, this name Donovan Jermaine, it's not going to work out, you know what I mean? And Donovan Jermaine called me and was like, well, yeah, we're going to fix that, you know. So somehow, I come to book and say, you know what? D-A, hyphenated Ville. Daville.
And Daville is kind of an aunt to your real name,
yeah.
Arville.
Yeah, man. So I just, you know, the thing gets started out, and then after voicing that song, Love Will Show Me the Way, the real song that did something for me once I started doing my thing solo was a song I did with Marcia Griffiths. I'm really airing your wrongs. You know what I mean?
Hold on now. Did you not record that song before?
No.
No?
No.
So it was just with Marcia?
Marcia Griffiths.
But you see, like me I tell you, so that's why it's always important to get the info from the source.
Yeah.
That song was done by Aaron Neville and Linda Ransted.
Yes.
Whose idea was it to get the Queen on the thing?
Well, I've always been a big fan of Marcia Griffiths.
Everybody
Anybody would know like Marcia, there's something wrong with them.
Queen, man. It's simple as that.
Simple.
Yeah, man.
You know, and just so happens that I'm now at Penthouse. I'm now working German. I'm now solo. You know what I mean? And I remember Marcia used to come there every now and then. And I was just a little young artist trying to make a name for himself. Because at this point in time, everything now is a start over for me. Ground level, as they would say. Because remember, there's no group anymore.
Right.
Ground level, I have to learn everything all over again. And I was very nerve-wrecked many times in the process. But nevertheless, I've always been a big fan of that song. And I remember one day, I just brought it to Jermaine, and I said, Jermaine, I want to sing the song over in reggae, you know. But I really love to get Marcia on this.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Ambitious, man.
Very ambitious. You know, I can imagine that young artist, no name, you want to get the Queen on a record, but I bring it to the source, Jermaine. And Jermaine said, love the idea, man. No problem. You know what I mean? Set up a studio time and let me know about it. The musician them come in and Marcia walk through the studio door. I tell you, B, I'm my Christmas that, man. I'm going to say, Marcia, come in. If you come sing the song with me, I'm a Christmas that. That was my biggest achievement up until that point.
Up until that point.
Yes, man, the Queen come to sing with me. Because even when the record came out, a lot of people didn't even know the other person is singing.
And just know it's a Marcia
and somebody. They just know it's a Marcia and somebody. Feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And the song take off, man.
Yeah, man, and that was so humble of somebody of Marcia's stature.
Yes.
To do. It showed me that she's just a
Queen, man.
wonderful person on the outside and on the inside.
Yes.
Yes, I.
They get a couple of airlines out of that tune, you know.
And I never really knew how to love. I just have some of I see, and I ask for a little help from above. Send that angel down to me. And I've looked all my life for you. And now you're here. You know?
Mad.
That's
So that song now kind of help put Daville now out there, even though people did still.
Even though people was still trying to figure out who this
Yes.
dude was, you know? But that was a song that really made me realize that there's something there.
Yes.
Because I remember when I left the group, a part of the backlash from leaving the group was people picking sides. And I remember one day, some guys who used to hang out by the rehearsal spot where I was with the group was saying stuff like, yo, but after now you're the singer. I Mitch the one with the voice. You have no voice. I Mitch have the voice. You know what I mean?
Bitch have a voice still.
Yeah, but the voice still,
Yeah,
for
man.
real. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's true, that's true.
I thought, and
Yeah, man, bitch have the voice.
Mitch had the voice.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. I would tell people every day that out of everybody in the group, Mitch was the most talented.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Mitch is the most talented out of the entire
You
group.
used to teach you the harmonies and
Yes,
something,
man. Mitch is the reason why I know harmony.
Man.
Mitch is the reason why I know when I'm off key or on key. If it wasn't for Mitch teaching me that in the group, I wouldn't know that.
Nice.
You get me? So Mitch, you know, I love you a long time.
Yes.
Straight.
You
Yeah.
also recorded Cruising for Penthouse?
Yes.
And that was Smokey Robinson cover?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you did more songs at Penthouse other than
Yeah, man.
those
I
two
hold
songs?
it for songs. You know what I mean? But majority of what I did, because remember, ARP was there before me.
Right.
So,
So you're saying a lot of those things you did say put ARP on?
yeah, and then ARP had done some stuff as well.
Okay.
That never really came out.
Oh.
And I was already voicing some songs as well by myself as ARP.
Yes.
You feel me? Yeah, so the majority of songs I did for Penthouse.
Yes. But the song that really and truly took off while at Penthouse
Yeah.
was the Marcia Griffiths.
Marcia Griffiths song, Cruising did something as well.
Cruising.
Yeah, man.
Yes. Eventually you left Penthouse.
Eventually.
Why?
Again, everything is growth
Yeah.
and everything has to evolve, right? I just didn't feel like I was getting the musical support that I went there for. You know what I mean? I can tell you one thing. Any rhythms I want to voice on at Penthouse, I could.
Okay.
I could just go in there and say, yo, I want to voice on that. And Jeremy and I say, no. You might give me my space. You might give me my studio time to even do my own projects eventually.
Yes.
But before we got to that point, that's how it was. But I wanted to be managed. I wanted my career to be managed. And I'm saying to myself, well, Jeremy, you're the one who managed the great Butcher Bantan. You know what I mean? You work with the great Barry Salmon and Marcia Griffiths. You have me when I was a young in the camp. I see the potential. Yeah, work with me. How come I don't see you putting out the same effort? You know what I mean? Give me some publicist. I mean, some
Publicity.
some publicity. You know what I mean? A video for shoot. Contribute a thing to the video now.
Right.
Jeremy saying I really believe in that video. Shoot. He don't believe in videos. So today, Jeremy tell me saying don't believe in music videos.
So people are going to know who they behind the voice.
The day when Jeremy tell me that is the day when I realize that our thing, what we're doing,
Yeah.
it's just going to work to a certain point. I may have to leave and go venture to the next place again.
So you step.
So I'm a step.
Was this
I stepped in the way that now I was working with other people,
Right.
but still working with Penthouse. We've maintained a
So
great
you
relationship.
never severed ties with Penthouse?
No, we never sever ties.
Okay, but you just,
But I just
as a
understand,
man,
say,
you make a move.
yeah, there's more that needs to be done, and I'm not going to get it there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was this the time that you created For Sure the record, or it was after that?
Well, after that,
After that.
because For Sure the record came around after my link up with Hard Rock. Start working with Hard Rock for a time, but I never really liked the direction that he was pushing me in. Because remember now, me
You
know.
sure you have a problem though, Daville? Because, you
the
know,
man said me had a problem.
the act, yeah? Say that with them.
No, you can't be a problem if you're
Yeah.
trying to get something for
It's
yourself.
an act.
Ask your act.
Act, yeah.
Oh,
Look up your act
all right, I
question.
don't have a problem, man. Because here I go now.
that's it.
Anybody who know me, let
Yeah.
me tell you something, I had a problem. It's just that I think that it's not an entitlement.
Yeah.
I just think that if I'm working with somebody and I'm giving my 100%, I expect you to give your 100%
Fair
too.
enough, brother. Fair enough.
You
Fair
feel me? Come here, give me. Doing songs and voicing and performing and writing and all these things. And my heart and my soul, my brother. I bring everything on the table. So how come you hold back on my career? When me I come on full force. When I hold back on my career, brother.
Fair enough.
You feel me? So I felt like certain people were just holding back on my career. And then the ones who now weren't holding back was just pushing me in the wrong vein. No, the one person that was holding back, he held back to a certain level because the vision of what I have for myself wasn't the vision that I had for myself. I mean, it wasn't the vision that he had for me and other people had for me. I'm going to explain it short for you. Eventually now become a link up with hard rock. Be a dancer with him. Some Batman thing and some gallish thing and rare. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But when you compete with Elephant, man, I have a stamina there, brother.
Nobody don't got that.
Me not have that kind of stamina for compete with Elephant Man on the rhythm them father. Come here voice for Renaissance and all these people. Firelings. All of the talks we know them a gallis, make me see you, but man no make no. I mean a voice man, all of these boom bad rhythm. But when Elephant, they can't compete with that fire. And them man their voice, a dozen songs in a day.
Yeah.
Me only have voice one.
Yeah.
So when time come now, for certain things go on, from them said Daville them I run out. The people them see me and know say, Anna me that. Because my heart, where the music is concerned, is deeper than that. Nothing wrong with dancehall.
Nothing wrong with dancing.
Nothing wrong with reggae. What is wrong is when you as a person try to emulate something you're not in dancehall and in reggae. And I felt like that was what hard rock had me doing. Emulating these things that wasn't me.
It wasn't being a true you.
It wasn't being a true me. And people could see too. So the people them never really feel me.
Right.
You feel me? And then one day I remember two things happened. Donovan Jermaine. I remember whenever I sympathized with Donovan Jermaine. Donovan Jermaine looked at me and said, by this time Assassin was by Penthouse. Zoom J was already there when I went there. You know what I mean? So it's me, Assassin, Zoom J at Penthouse as young artists coming up. And I remember when Zoom J get the big song, the Courtney Wall song.
Yeah.
Shit, slap way. Run gone left me, I'm still there. I said, John, no stop, when I get my tune. Assassin come, stop you again, boop, run gone left me. They're the same way. Jermaine said to me, yo, listen. You're a singer. You're not a DJ. You sing, J, nice.
Fine.
But me see you're a DJ, and it's not you. Sing, J, fine. Sing in a way you think there. Sing for the people, them. You feel me? Never forget that. And then, I start sing. Back now again, for the people, them. When I start sing for the people, them now, eventually, me leave Jamaica, leg of the music and everything, go to Philadelphia, so I'm done with music.
Yeah, why?
I mean, why, brother? The journey too hard, man. The journey too hard, man. You get the message, the business was too difficult for me to handle and confusing for me because
was
again.
About 99, 2000?
Yeah, something about that. I leave and I go to America. I live in a place in Philadelphia, start work a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, I wear some man, like everybody else, man. Get up one day and jump on the bus. And see some people on the bus, man, and good morning. You know, in Jamaica, we have manners.
Yeah.
Say good morning to somebody and them look at me. Like, what is good about the morning? I say, people just miserable, brother. I don't know why. I don't know why for the snow. You get me car. Remember one day, I get up now and supposed to go work and it was snowing. No lie. I'm at the bus stop. And the snow hard. I'm in the cold and Steve said, I say, I just made leave Jamaican music for come do. In the snow. I tell people good morning and they look at me like say, Me have one shit on my shoes.
Yeah, man.
You know what I say? Them never see me again.
Backyard.
I have an uncle, man. God bless him soul. Never. See me? Live. I feel place me live in Philadelphia.
Right.
And I remember telling him one day, like, listen, I have this knowledge about the music. I can produce, I can write, I know how to run the business, but I just never have this, the finances. And him love the music too, him can play him guitar and them thing down. You know what I mean? Him say, here we go on. Two of us came together, so we can start a label. Him have a fund the thing. I have this one song that I love, I want to produce it. Baby, you're all that I want when you're lying here in my arms. I need hard to believe we're in heaven.
In heaven?
Yeah, I love the idea. Backyard, some money, and send it on. I'm gonna link up, get my local label sorted out, link up the musician them, bring them into the King House, down a Tough Gang, knock it, and send it a road. And I saw now I'm gonna start back on the track of music. After I did that song, said I work at Hard Rock, realized, no, that song was in Japan doing damage, and I didn't know.
Yeah?
I had no idea.
So what? That's the secret then.
I'm going to tell you in a minute. I produced a song, released it, produced another song. So I did one sing over, which is In Heaven. I did another song, which is the original song.
Right.
Released both. There I do my thing same way. Studio to studio, but at the same time, I produce myself. Now, one day my daddy came with Hard Rock same way. And one of my brethren, Bobby Lickshot, linked me and said, yo, singer, you know some Japanese there I look for you. I said, Japanese I look for me? For what? Yeah, man, I have a couple show. And Japan, them want to book you for. So I say, Japan, like the idea, you know, come I never been to them place there. You get what I say? Anyway, I'm going to ask her how much am I pay. He say, yeah, well, Japanese, bring them to me. They said, Mr. Daville, because that's how they address me. Mr. Daville, we have 3 shows, 1,000 US per show. I say, 1,000 US per show? You know, I like it. Okay, brother. Now, band pay me for sure.
Up to them
time, ne? $1,000 a show, I like it. Here, ready for move? No. I'm going to tell management. I'm going to tell Hard Rock. The man say, how much? I said, 1,000 a show, 3 grand. Which part? I said, Japan. I said, no, sir. After Bunting, I fly and place for the money there.
Yeah,
Bunting, I go so far for the money there. And you want to go to Japan for 3 grand? No, sir. Because the man emulate Bunting, love Bunting. So, because him think, and him know, because we all know.
Right.
Bunting, I go to Japan for the money there.
Right.
But I'm me, bro, Daville. I beer that the song on the road. I said, if I make 3 grand, I want to kill my thing. I leave him to himself and go home. I talked to my next advisor, which is my girl at the time. She said, honey, how about you treat it like a vacation? You've never been there before. You might never go there again. Take the opportunity, go, see the place, do your show, collect 3 grand, come back. Because you never hold until $1,000 in your pocket before.
Good advice.
And you've been paid to go this place. I took the advice. Him never like it, so because of that, me leave. You get the man say?
Clearly.
Because of that, we part ways. Cut from Hard Rock now and I do my thing solo-wise again. Because solo seems to be my thing. Seems like the only thing that work for me, you know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to work with people, it just doesn't work out. Anyway, I leave Hard Rock, start my own thing. I remember I go to Japan. And when I went to Japan, boy, may I tell you, boy. I go to Japan, King. And while I am there, it was me, Nicky B, my Virgin Bible Lickshot, and some other sound man on the thing. I'm go there and see my face, big on the flyers.
Big over there.
But no, say I go to Japan, but I never know, say, Make a headliner show king. So I said to the promoter, I said, why is my face so big on the flyers, man? I said, Mr. Daville, you close show. Close the show? Man said, yeah, man, you're closing the show. So him perform, and then you close show. So I said, what does that mean? How long performance should I do to close show? 45 minutes to an hour. I want to shit bricks, king. I don't lie to you guys. That mashed up my nerves, man.
Yeah.
Because up until that point, the longest I've ever been on any stage for 10, 15 minutes. That's when Penthouse had them showcase and give me 10, 15 minutes.
Yes.
For me go up there, I'm going to get nervous for the first 10 minutes and then balance for the last 5. You get me? Aki thought like something know what me I do. But it was nerve-wracking for me because again, I was no longer a member of the group. And I'm always used to being on stage with support.
Right.
So being on stage now by myself, it was very nerve-wracking for me, but I know I had to overcome that. Anyway, the man said 45 minutes to an hour. In my head, I said, what am I going to find so much song to put a program together now for us sing for 45 minutes to an hour? Get together with the promoter, and him say, well, your name is also a name in Japan. People can't see you early. You have to go on last. Me? Man said, yeah. In Heaven, also song. The next song I did, which is the original song, also name song. The song of me and Marcia Griffiths, also name. So by him telling me that now, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, put a little show in your head.
Let me do a calculation. 45 minutes, 1 hour.
Yeah.
One song about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
3 times this, 3 times that. So I forgot have X amount of song. But one 15, 20 song. Big mama put down, I scrape and come up with about 15, 20 songs. All songs I'm not able to remember, put together. Short time. I run on. I'm going to show you how when you try to do something that's not you, can really mess you up. I run onto the stage with the energy of elephant, man.
Can't keep it.
Had the whole club in a fire, got the club packed.
Yeah.
Do something. The whole place up. Come here, sing somebody. Dance, I think them do, you know. All of the talks. First 2 minutes, all that. No.
I run out of my Flat.
And I tell them go 5 minutes. Out of 45 to an hour. Big up elephant, you're good youth. I don't know how you do it, but mash up. The rest of the performance, short of breath. Anyway, I'm gonna start singing In Heaven. I had to do that. I had to sing In Heaven about 5, 6 times.
So that make up some time.
Make up some time again. See me? At that time, On My Mind wasn't even out yet. You feel me? So I introduced it to them, but it wasn't really out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the other song, a couple times that too, called Also Song. The song of me and Marcia Griffiths,
right.
boom, rare. I'm done perform and come off and I drench now in a sweat. Cause I remember, you know, me have it say, I said, oh, I'm doing 45 minutes, you know. But it's a boy singer. I told I want to be.
Yeah?
With the good things I laugh about, I say, yo, dog. You know, so 2 hours you go for my youth.
So the whole of them songs, they carry right through the thing.
2 hours I perform for a gig, but 2 hours of basically an hour and 55 minutes of shorter bread performance.
5 minutes.
And 5 minutes of good energy.
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah, but based on that, I was able to understand where I was and how I need to cut it back in terms of my choices for the music, the songs that I did. I cut back some of the program and cut down on certain songs, and still end up there an hour and a half on the next show, cut back again, balance it out to about an hour for the last show. Now, after the last show in Japan, I have a thing called Dub Night. Now, this is where I finally understood my value in music. When the man said dub plate night, see it? Man said, Mr. Daville, we have people coming from all over Japan to come and voice your dub plate. How much you gonna charge for dub plate? I'm like, charge for dub plate? Can I Jamaica man say anything for free? First all man play my song. You see me? The man said, how much you gonna charge for a dub plate? I'm like, how much you think I should charge? Cause in my head, I have it like, I'm thinking like, if I get $100, I mean $1,000 for a show, maybe $100 per dub plate. I put by the question to them, for them to give me an answer.
Smart.
Man said, I think if you charge 500 US,
Yeah,
you, for one song, you.
special.
I said, what you say, whatever? 500 US? They're really gonna pay me that? I said, yeah, they're 500 US per song, you should be good. In my mind, I'm thinking, few people are gonna show up, you know what I mean? They might don't pay the 500, but they're gonna pay something, yeah?
Afford.
Yeah. King, when I got to the studio at about 7 o'clock in the evening, the line long. From upstairs, downstairs to the door. At 500 US per song. I said the people, I'm start singing. I said the money are coming. How are you, someone come in money? I said money are coming. And I say, hey. Sing and the voice start, go. I say, yeah, what you have around there? Hot water, honey, lemon.
Yeah,
Wake up the voice again. See me?
you come back a rich brother.
The next morning about 7, the next morning about 7, I done sing. I sing dub plate from 7
To 7.
p.m. to 7 in the morning. People are drive from all over Japan to come voice me in a dub plate. 2, 3 songs, bam. $500 per song. Drive with the bank the following morning of a dub session. Normally in Japan at that time, I don't know how it is right now, but when you go to the bank, they have some boxes outside. You just put in the yen, and when the yen gets to the equivalent of 500 US, it spits out a brand new envelope with brand new $100 bills on the inside. $1,000 per packet. 25,000. I made that for dub plate alone.
So
in one night.
28 grand right after.
Remember, some I go to Japan for 3 grand, brother.
Yeah?
Right? I remember say a man said to me, say, Bunting, I got to for that. So don't do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going for 3 grand and come back with 28,000. You know my feel, King? Oh, yes, man. And that was the night before I leave to the airport.
Yeah.
The next day, I leave to the airport. I'm going to my hotel, man, and she said, I don't have anywhere safe to put this money. You know, okay, you know, as a Jamaican, I think the people can rob you, you know. I have a camera I travel with, camera bag, I just step at the camera and stuff the money in the camera bag. Put it over my shoulder, put it under my pillow,
So
and I saw sleep. Yes, man. $28,000.
Man asleep.
What
Hot money, brother.
Me asleep with that now move. I slept with that the night and the following morning to the airport, over my shoulder, see me. Through the airport, I saw me get back up to the airport. Yes, man. Arrive in New York, a better man than how I left.
Naturally.
2, Japan. Come back with a better insight on my career, where my music is, who's showing appreciation for my music, where, and the places in terms of my talent, people are gravitating more, which is the singing like Donovan Jermaine said. You dig?
Sing, man.
Somebody just start sing. You see me? I still sing to you sometime and Ray, but singing is my thing. That's my bond for the, that me I do. And I use that money I made in Japan and basically fuel my career. I started producing myself. At this point in time, I went solo again. Yeah, solo seemed to be my thing. By this time, I look at thing one where my uncle basically licensed the song in heaven to VP Records without my knowledge. And I don't think he was knowledgeable of what he was doing too as well. He never have an idea of what he was doing. But it never sit well with me. You get me? So I'm like, you know what? Can't do that. Anyway, we'll fix that. Because VP had to now come and talk to me and him. That was sorted out. But when I see you start making moves without me, and me and you start the thing, it simply means that you don't need me again. Or you think you don't need me again. So, but just leave give him thing, I'm gonna start my own thing for Shows Records. Which responsible for,
Daville.
always on my mind. Can't get over you. All these other songs.
Song, man.
You did? When I rush it, man. But at that time, I'm gonna come back and decide, say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna fuel my own thing because the songs I did basically proved to me that I had the formula.
Yes.
And I was capable of doing what everybody else was doing for me, but wasn't doing it on the level that I was doing it for myself.
Come on, Mr. The Max, man.
Yeah.
Mr. The Max. Then I've Van Jermaine to sing, and out of that has come classic songs.
Yes.
You just mentioned some of them, but classics upon classics.
Yeah, man.
Yeah? Like you say in Japan, you never voice always on my mind.
No.
So that was the next song that you actually recorded that did well?
Yeah. What happened now, when I came back and I started my own label, I remember there was a trip to Midem, France. You know, Tessan Chin was on that, Shaggy was on that, myself was on that because of Lloyd Stanberry. I started linking up with Lloyd Stanberry now. And Lloyd Stanberry told me about it, and I needed to get some songs together on a CD to send off to Midem. But at that time, I was already in production with On My Mind and these songs, you know, and I got those ready, put them together, get them to Stanberry, went to Midem, and apparently there was a Japanese company there called Avex Group. And when I went to, you have to be there as well, in person, so I went, performed, and they saw the talent, heard the songs and fell in love with it, and basically sent back a request for a deal. You know what I mean? And that's how I got signed
to
Avex, which is one of the biggest independent companies in Japan, based on the very first song
In Heaven.
In Heaven. You feel me? Yeah.
Good progress, that man.
Yeah, man. Yes,
Big a piece of always on my mind for you girls, I'm not ready.
Yes. My ladies, you're on my mind. Oh, yes. You say I'm thinking about you. And girl, how I miss you. Oh, no. And baby, ever since the day you went away, yes, I can't live without you. Oh, you see, you're always on my mind. Always on my mind. Teach them. No more, never reach. Always on my mind. Yes.
Hi girl, they tune brother.
Yeah, man.
Along with most of them.
Yeah, man.
I think also my tune about the road that I was today. You know what I think of? So we talk about In Heaven already, always on my mind.
Yeah.
Classic songs.
Yes, sir.
This I promise you. This time I promise.
Yeah.
Classic song.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful song.
Yeah, man.
Zane, you have song like Can't Get Over You.
Yeah, real story.
Missing, real story.
Yeah, man, them song there real story, man.
All of them song there.
All them song there
But
real
all
story.
of them song there real story because you get say, oh, what trouble, brother.
Boy, I mean, I
I
tell you,
apologize, and I promise you.
that's when you, well, you know, my wife know I'm no longer like that, but when you were as bad as me, boy, I tell you, you have to do a whole heap of apologizing.
So those songs were from personal experience.
Personal experience.
I will always say the songs that people can relate to are always the songs that make you do better.
Yeah.
Because they're relatable.
Yeah. Because you have to understand this. Before them songs come about, I was writing songs and trying to emulate people. Okay, with a Great Bear song, man. You know what I mean?
The Great Bear song.
Great Bear song, man. Even give me, hey, my teachers are a Latin.
Yes.
Even Barrison. From a personal standpoint, Barris teach me a whole heap of things. Talk to me and tell me a whole heap of things where me use. But we're gonna get to him.
Yes.
When I did On My Mind, before I got to that song, you know, in the ladies department, you know, I wouldn't say I was what's that word? Faithful.
Yeah.
I try, you know, I really tried at that time, no lie. And the first time I tried it, worked out for about 2 months, and then I was back at it again. You know what I mean? But I realized something that by me getting in trouble, and then the lady I was with, I was so in love with her. The me coming to her and apologizing to her in person, or over the phone or whatever, just never work anymore because she cut all ties.
Yeah?
Yeah, she just felt like she has had it, you know, tired of the apologizing.
It was always on your mind.
Yeah, so when she cut no and leave me to ponder by myself. I remember one day I drive go to gymnasium.
Yeah, I drive go to
Yeah,
gymnasium.
okay, yeah. I drive go to gymnasium with all my routine workout, lift up some weights, you know, and work out myself and get myself together. And by this time I started linking up with Stephen McGregor, which was introduced. Genius. Which nobody knew who Stephen was at that time. He's a friend of mine, Corey Jers. I think me and say, yo, I look at you to bad, you know, when you meet him, and bring me around there, and this look at you with them thick glasses, a ping pong on something, and I say, yo, when you build 2 things for me, and him send me 2 things, and I like them. And I saw them start link up with Genius. So by that time, I say, I have something more you make for me, but my thing, I don't want to do it like everybody. I want to do it different. I want to build it from scratch. When I sit down, I tell you what I sing,
and you
build around that. So now, I drive. And I think about her, brother. Hard, you know. Thinking about you. Girl, how I miss you. Baby, ever since that day you went out. I say, whoa, it's bad, you know. Grab my tape recorder, I'm tape it. See me? Tape it again. By the time I reach at the gymnasium, I call Stephen and say, Stephen, now come link here, I have a thing about your shot for me. I arrange a time, left gymnasium, go around there, made them sit down together, orchestrate the thing, knock it, and by them time, the more things start flow. Because the energy between me and him was so...
Chemistry, right?
It was on point. It's like it was just made for that time. Then I come up with, I made a change for you, and all this time I promise I'm never gonna hurt you again. You know?
Mad.
Yeah. Baby, I'm sorry for breaking your heart. Been ungrateful to you, I know I've done wrong, girl, I'm sorry. Baby, I'm missing you right now. What I'm saying there? One girl me I sing about.
One girl.
One girl. But I have to show you how love powerful. Love is a powerful thing.
Yeah?
See me? And that time...
So that all is on my mind. This time I promise
can't get over you too.
Can't get over you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Have
one girl.
Yeah, one girl. Can't get over you. Can't get over you. You know what I mean? One girl. Me I sing the word I'm saying about one girl. Because I mess up so bad.
Yeah, well.
I want to tell her how I feel and she doesn't hear me. So now I start putting my feelings in her songs. I'm never write when I hit song either.
Yeah, that's
I just a vent. And by me venting, the realness, because of how I feel, was being conveyed through those songs. So that's when you as a man hear it. And a woman hear it, it's like, ugh.
It's real, man.
It's real.
It's real for sure.
You get what I say? So, I was doing that, now I sing for a hit song, but the hit song never come.
Yes.
So, when me comes on our book now, and by that time, I done sing all the song with, what's name again? Baby, Josie, I will not let you know. I'm voicing for Dan Corleone.
Okay.
I'm voicing for Renaissance. I'm voicing for Jammies, King Jammies, Sundem, and a whole bunch of different producers. But these songs was like my baby, my special project.
Right.
Because I me alone know what I want them singing for sound like. But now, I no longer a voice producer right there. I say I only can get one extra track to go sing an harmony note. I can put 1,000,000 harmonies on this if I want.
Any amount of tracks you want.
Any amount, because it's mine. And at that time, people were doing juggling.
Right.
Them not gonna talk it, but I'm the one who's responsible for taking the music back to one song on a rhythm. check the levels and do the history.
Yeah.
At that time when I came with those songs, jogging around the place, drop leaf,
Right.
leaf for drop.
Yeah.
You see me I say? Roots, branches and them thing there. Around the place. One rhythm with about 20 different man on it. And me come. We're not saying it wasn't been done, it hasn't been done before. It has been done before. But when I came, that was dormant.
Yeah.
Nobody wasn't doing that. And me coming in heaven. One rhythm, one song. Become again, on my man. Matter of fact, can't get to where came before on my mind.
Yes.
Yes, man, because when she cut, you know what I mean? Couldn't get over her, brother. So,
Yeah.
I said, you know what I mean? Can't get over you. You know?
I refuse to cry.
Even though I try and I refuse to cry, I can't get over you. I can't get over you. Even though I try and I refuse to cry, I can't get over you. You know, I'm going to get over her. And then when I get the message, but I say, you're always on my mind. Still never get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Baby, I'm sorry, sorry. You know what I mean?
That's yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday. And this time I promise was when she finally give me a call back and I promise her, I say,
yeah.
here I go on. Promise you, not hurt you again. I eventually ended up hurting her again still, but, you know, at that time, when I make a promise, you know, the thing go, you believe in the promise until...
Some of the greatest modern lovers rock song came out of a
Heartache and
relationship
pain.
with one girl.
Yes, man. So, anyway, you know, yeah, man, one girl, man, because you don't know where trouble we are getting.
This time
But anyway, I remember after Can't Get Over You came out, and I go on good, was the #1 song in Aruba, was really doing well here in Jamaica, went on the charts here in Jamaica, and the video and everything are going good. The same video, them say them don't believe in, I spend my own money now, because I make money from Japan now. Money are coming and dub work are coming and I feed the trap. You see me? So now, I start produce my thing them and put them out and shoot my videos and rare. I remember when I did On My Mind, and I did This Time I Promise, and I remember when I went to the radio station to link up DJ Ice, and I push This Time I Promise, and I play them for DJ Ice. And when the man hear them, I say, Ice, this my work, you know, how it's still. What do you think? Man said, Daville, man, I lie to you. Love them, and I said, I want the way we now push, and I want them, I want.
Which was?
For pressure right now, you know. On my mind.
On my mind, okay.
I say, my youth, Ice, no. I'm not ready for releases yet. At this me I deal with. This time I promise. Man said, all right, Daville, here what? Give me this time I promise. I'm going to play it. But I'm going to say, you give me On My Mind, I'm going to split. Still. I say, Ice, if you play it, just play it one time. No play it no more than one time. The man give me my word. So I'm going to play the song one time. So by the time I jump in my car and leave up a zip and stay, say I go home, the man play This Time I Promise a couple times, and the man put on My Mind and I pressure it. Me I get mad, I say, yo, what this man? I tell the man play the song one time and the man play the song, but I'm ready for it, King. Before I go to the book and call him, my phone ring off.
Boss the song.
Big A that call me from RFM. Yo, sing up. Yeah, hold up for me, you know. So I say, Big A, what you mean? The man say, hold up for me, man. Me hear man play a song, I'm going to have it. You see me? And I saw now, DJ Ice Force, man, I had to know, start giving out On My Mind. I gave it to Big A next. And then Big A start rinse it. And I saw now On My Mind do so.
Take way.
And then Swatch now. Swatch International. And Stone Love. And Metro Media. And Jam Rock. The man then pick it up and got to roof.
Yeah.
Through the roof, you know?
Mad.
Yeah. Yeah,
My
man.
favorite Daville. Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, man. It's something special about that song there. No rush, it just smooth, it just, you understand?
Okay, if you understand enough, say, people have a tendency to hold on to the past. And that song basically keep on and remind them that you can't hold on to yesterday, you know.
Gone, man.
Yeah, we got today. Let's work on what we can work on today, you know.
Beautiful song.
Yeah, man.
You know what that song I love, but that song there, as I say in the catalog, that is the song that resonated with me most. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, big up piece of it.
Yesterday is gone, and I can't right my wrong. I wanna say that I'm sorry. That's why I'm singing this song. Oh, and baby, I'm sorry, sorry for breaking your heart. Been unfaithful to you. I know I've done wrong, but I'm sorry. Oh, yesterday's gone. You know? Yeah.
All is on my mind.
Yeah.
Kind of come around again.
Yeah.
From Granick Street.
Yeah.
Dirty yo.
Yeah.
How that come about?
Shut up, Paul, for the thing. So, remember, even though we're doing our thing, we're still in the streets doing things with other people, other producers. And I think Delly Ranks was the one who brought me by Jeremy Arden.
Oh.
Yeah, so Delly, my brother, you know, bring me by Jeremy Arden for the collaboration with him. So, seeing the collaboration for Jeremy Arden, I start growing at Jeremy now. Run a 2 other records now and Sean them around there, corrupt them and look at them on them Monday, you get me? So I start hanging out with them and I work with Arden. Jeremy Arden produced a couple of things. I sang with me an Assassin too as well. You know what I mean? And then I do a song with him. Living my life on the run with these girls coming after me. That is the way that it's gotta be. Can't tell a fake from reality. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So eventually Sean wasn't really the Sean Paul we know right now at that time. He was still a young artist trying to make a name for himself, and I was too. This is before On My Mind. You know. So eventually, Sean thing kick off, my thing kick off.
Right.
Then Sean went global. So by the time Sean went global and out and doing thing in the global network, I am here and the artist thing in the local scene with that song. Just so happened that one day, Sean and I was hosting a interview at Zip FM, and him and I was in the studio, and we were talking about the song, and Sean was like, yo, but now I singer, if there was ever a song I wish that I was the one who sing, it was On My Mind.
Yeah?
Him said that to me, you get me? So based on him saying that to me, I said, well, how about we do a remix? I said, well, yeah, man, yeah, remix. And that is how the remix came about. But here's the funny story about that. When I initially wrote On My Mind, I had one verse and a chorus because I wanted to do it with Sister La Kalonji.
Yeah?
On My Mind was written for me and Sister La Kalonji for do.
And Dada?
Yeah. But me go up at Dada place now and Dada big up myself. Up at Dada place. I say, yeah, he might do the song with me. At the same time, Dada have him label. Go and sing 2 things on him label and whatever. Why 2 things for him. But every day I come, Dada tell me, if you wait, 1 day turn a week, you know? 1 week turn 2 weeks and so on and so forth. Till I realize that I have a bunch of other people that come and wait for do things with him.
Right.
And some of them wait for months.
That's where they're at now.
Some of them wait for months, King. Because my brother tell me, same that if you're about a year, I wait.
Yeah.
And when him tell me that, I said, well, sorry, I touched the mic or whatever.
Yeah.
When him tell me, say, I wait about a year to voice something with Dada, and Dada have him, I wait. I said, I have 1 more day left, you know. So what I did, I went back to the studio with Stephen and voiced my 2nd verse and put up my song. So by that time, the song hit and you don't know Sean don't come now. So me don't forget Sean Paul on the remix. That was a bigger feat to me because Dada big, you know.
Right, well, Sean Paul.
But not none from Dada, because Dada, that's another thing, have him thing, legend. But Sean Paul on the international circuit was more
enough,
of
brother. We don't need
was like a monster.
Yeah, man. He was the face of the music at the time.
Anyway, Sean jumped on the song and we video it again.
Twice.
Yeah, and the song, remember it was already a #1 song. It went back to #1, the remix, and also got the nod for the collaboration at the Irama at that time and in the reggae scene for that particular song that year. You see me?
And that song not only did that, but it would have opened up now a new fan base.
Yes.
To Daville.
Yes, sir.
Daville.
Yes, man.
International.
Yeah, man.
Global.
Them global. Them keep me going up until this day.
Keep you going.
Yes, man. Yes, man.
Everything got for a reason.
Yes, man. We have to eat, brother. Food have to eat, kids have to feed.
And it was, yeah, and it was that move with Sean what kind of helped pave the way there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nice.
You know, so big up Sean.
New fan base.
New fan base, man. And, you know what I mean? The only sad thing is that we never got a chance to perform the song together ever.
Never.
Well, I wouldn't say we never got a chance to. We got a chance to. But I think what transpired kind of led us into a direction that, in the end, looking back, I think we both could have gone about it different.
Right.
In the sense that when we got nominated for collaboration for the year, Sean also got nominated for a couple of other awards as well, at the same Irama.
Right.
And we were both billed for that. So because we were billed for it, I think that naturally we're going to perform the song together. From what we were told by the promoters of Irama is that was supposed to be the case. And that Sean was going to close out the event since he's the biggest name on the bill and he's going to win some awards. When we got to the award, we heard that things changed. Sean wanted to perform. He wanted to collect his award at the beginning of the ceremony, and he's going to perform at the beginning of the ceremony and then cut.
Okay, mom, some other things
I didn't know what the situation was, but that leave me in a hole. I mean, I said to myself, so well, I feel away about that. Big man thing. I never felt good about that. See me? Because again, I never know what the reason.
Right.
So you leave individuals to now paint a picture of what that was. You know, I wonder if I the DJ to make him do that. Or I wonder if my next thing I do, make him do that. But me never know.
There was no communication.
There was no communication, so I didn't know what to think about it. Anyway, the next opportunity came when we were on the Shaggy and Friends. It was me, him, Tessan, Shaggy the whole away. And I remember this time I rehearsed a song by myself, my way. And I said to myself, I'm just going to go and do my thing. I don't want to come
prepare
with an expectation that we're going to do this thing together. And it don't work out. I come prepare for me to do my thing. So when I went and see and I performed the song by myself and I came off, him and Jason come to me, which is his brother. And I say, yo, singer, so how come you never link and say you're right? Come on and perform the song with you. But I say, Jason and Sean, I never know. I don't know.
Right.
Because in my head, I say, if that go on from Irama and about the link, then why I think no? Why should I think that it's going to be different right now? You feel me? So I don't know if some kind of vibe was left by that transpiring, but if it was, but that's why I'm clear the air for them to understand that it wasn't that I didn't want to do it. I've always wanted to do it. Still want to do it. You know what I mean? Because that's one of the biggest songs ever.
Still up, man.
You get the message here? So, but understanding now and looking back now, probably we could have gone about that different, but that's what happened.
Things good between you and Sean?
Yeah, man, but last time I checked.
Okay, good.
You know, I remember when I called him over a year ago, and you know, I mean, in regards to a collaboration, and he had given me the nod that he would do it with me. We haven't been in contact back since then. But we have been great. We're great. You know. Yeah.
When did you migrate?
In 2010.
In 2010. That was at the peak of your powers, brother.
Well, I mean, I tell you, woman power is strong, you know. I just wanted to change the scenery for the time that it was. You know what I mean? I look at things going, you know, the business rough.
So I learned.
Yeah, the business rough. I did my last Sumfest, my first and last Sumfest And my experience from that kind of left a real, real bad taste with my energy and music.
Yeah?
Yeah, and it wasn't really Songfest, you know. It wasn't Songfest that was the problem. It was just other people, quote unquote, artists in the business. And describing a barrel thing, that's a nice thing. After that Songfest, I leave. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do my thing from somewhere else. Because I already have a platform out there that God blessed me with. Some of the stuff I work with a platform out there that is already out there working with me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was in that period of time that you got married too?
I got married in that period of time. Yeah.
Start having a family?
No, no.
Not
That
yet.
was my, well, I ended up marrying to the girl that I wrote all them songs about, you know? Yeah, but by that time, marriage was like trying to save a sinking ship.
Yeah.
The ship was already sinking from the amount of damages it took from the waves of infidelity from me. So we got married thinking that if I made a commitment like that, it would have let her feel more secure in the relationship. It just didn't after a while, you know? Yeah, and so I end up joining the military and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to see if they could have, how do you call it again? What's that word I'm looking for? Deployed.
Deploy, yeah?
I try to get deployed to come out of a relationship. You can imagine that. One of them said, I'm going to Afghanistan, so I'm going to have to come back. Been a long time, but I realized that while I was planning things, God had a bigger plan for me, you know, because the funny thing is I've always wanted to serve in the military from even before music in Jamaica. And I remember the day that I got the answer back from the JDF here in Jamaica was the same day I was supposed to report. And of course, you know, they had demands. They wanted to bring in this and that documentation. I couldn't come up with all the documentation within the 24 hours. And so I let it go. And so years later, I got the calling again in my spirit to go join the American Army, and I did that. And that saved me too. Okay, if I never that, maybe, you know. But that basically kind of helped my spirit and my energy to put it back into perspective where obedience and certain things are concerned.
How long you served for?
I did 8 years.
Yeah?
I did 8 years, but I did 4 years inactive.
Okay.
For me, yeah. But the funny thing is, I was in the military at the height of my career and nobody knew because I kept it to myself. I didn't think it was anybody's business at the time. You know what I mean? I didn't want to lay myself bare for the crows and who's going to come in to try and tell me what I should do and what I shouldn't have done.
Yes.
You know, it was my decision and I made that and do it on my own and don't regret it, you know?
In 2013, you were in some hot water with the law.
Yeah.
And it was surrounding your first wife.
Yeah.
That same Empress.
Yeah.
You write all of the song them about.
Yep. Yeah. Funny. As I said, the military saved me.
Yeah.
'Cause when that happened, I was already in the military and I'm not proud of it. It's one of those things that if you could go back and wish you didn't do, I'd definitely go back and erase it. But I can't.
respect that, man. I respect that a lot.
You know, and it's unfortunate that we didn't see the signs, or we saw the signs, but we as two adults
Ignore them.
We chose to not to honor the signs and say, okay, let's just call it a day on an amicable level. It had to get so toxic to where it come to a point where God said, you have to go say, you know, and I want to have to go, so there's no more of this. You feel me? And that's what happened, you know, unfortunately.
Yeah, so you were arrested and charged for assault. How did that resolve itself, bro?
Yeah, well, I'm going to show you again. I don't know what it is like going to a jailhouse in Jamaica. The closest thing I came to a jailhouse in Jamaica is going to court, and I guess the judge didn't like how I was standing up in court and talking to them over a traffic ticket. Man take me to the back of the place and lock me in one cage. Holding cell. But I'm going to tell you this. I'd never want to go to jail again. I spent one night at jailhouse, and the longest night. The bed, tougher than the concrete, brother. I had the coldest place. I did Alaska in the cold, so the man them buck the ace.
Yeah.
When them say, Jamaican, buck the AC, I may have one a shirt and a t-shirt, so you know the thing go.
Yeah.
You see me? I want to freeze. Like them want me to remember that moment. Yeah. Man, I forget, remember, man. But anyway, that entire saga was not something that, it was very heart-wrenching for me because, first of all, no, I'm there at jail and but there's no fair facts when I come out the next morning, it's done. I think that she had it in her mind that we were going to be good again, but I already knew. The moment we got this far, there was no going back.
Because I saw an article where she was quoted, I know she seemed very accepting of the fact that, you know, it was a mistake and she was willing to move forward and work on it and stuff.
She was, but I wasn't. I just felt like that was the last straw that brought the camel's back. I knew then that that wasn't a relationship for me to be in, for any of us to be in. If we're going to get to that point where the police are going to come in, get involved and quote and one bag of thing, you get me? So the relationship was ended on that note, you know, and yeah, but still have high respect for her.
She give you some classic songs?
Yes, man, she give me some classic songs, man. You know what I mean? I'm still making a living from those songs today.
Exactly. You know, everything has a reason and purpose. So I appreciate the fact that, you know, you can treat with it and, you know, it's something where you look back at it, you wish you never do it and stuff. I respect that.
Yeah, man. Experience makes you more knowledgeable and also, you know, it makes you smarter. You feel me?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Daville is known for his musical talents, yeah? But many people may not be aware that you were also involved in fashion type thing.
Yeah, man.
Have some deals, Nike, Japan, and Mischief clothing, and all sort of thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I have a love for fashion.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Glasses.
Kuya and them places.
Yeah, man. Kuya. You know what I mean? Work with Kuya over a number of years.
Nesta Clothing, Japan again.
Yes, man. All those fashion houses I've worked with, I've always had an eye and a feel and a love for fashion, you know? You know, I like to express myself through music and through clothing.
Yes.
You know, and I got to big up my wife now because she have her fingers and her thumb on the dressing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
The new wife.
New wife?
Yeah.
You remarried?
Yeah, because I remarried and I started a family with a new wife. Got two beautiful boys. Call them a 2 spoon
Lovely kids, man.
Yeah, man, 2 spoon of sugar, man.
Yeah, man, lovely
them
kids.
Sweet, you know, we make them good.
Yeah.
We're Jamaicans, you know? Yeah.
Yes. Tory Mason.
Tory Mason.
Talk to me about that.
Well, Tory Mason basically was like a alter ego of what Daville was. And that basically the rise came from my eldest son is Thorian Kingston. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thorian Kingston, basically. I gave him the first name off of my last name. Part of that, you know, Thor.
Yeah.
Very strong. Lay the arm upon people. And then Kingston, you know what I mean, is where I'm from, so I want him to have an alignment with that. So, based on his name, Tory, from Torian, and then Mason is my second son. You know what I mean? Yeah, Mason Philip, you know, his mother is Filipino, so I want him to have a alignment with certain things. And he also came from my name, my last name as well. So Thorian came from THO, from the Thomas. Mason came from the MAS.
You see me? I thought they put my thing, brother.
Yes, man. Yes, man. So Tory Mason came from that. And it's weird because me and Delhi was flying to Africa, to Nigeria for an event. And I was contemplating the name going back and forth because I had done some songs with him. And I was telling myself, you know what, I want to introduce my alter ego on these records. But even though we had Tory Mason, we're still not comfortable with it.
Yes.
But then Delhi was like, Tory Mason, man. Make it Tory Mason. Yeah, run with it. So from Delhi, stamp it, but just move with it, you know. But that doesn't mean that Daville gone anywhere. It's still Daville there.
OC Tory Mason.
Yeah, yeah.
In June, July of this year, you gave your life to the Lord.
Yeah, man.
You got baptized.
Yeah. I gave it to him a long time, I know. Yeah, but just never. I keep on. First of all, I gave it to him in my spirit.
Yeah.
First of all, but never really going and dipping in the water and, you know, cause I'm gonna tell you this true story. He's been walking with me from when I was a kid. Cause I remember them times when I go through the struggles of emotionally, the emotional abuse and whatever comes along. That's from not having that emotional support, basically, and whatever physicalities that came along with it. Music and the presence of God was my bedrock. You get me? But at some point in time, I lost that connection, I think. You know, and then, but I always have that urge and that pull. You know, and eventually, that urge and that pull manifests itself later on in my life, where I just felt like I had no choice. You know what I mean? And I didn't have any choice. He had all to say. Him call me, I just answer. You get me? Yeah, so the best decision ever.
Yes?
Yeah, but I can tell you this, it's not an easy walk. It's the best decision ever, but it's the hardest thing to do and to maintain. Because if you have a certain lifestyle and you're used to certain things, it's very easy for you to be pulled back into that.
True.
So when you walk up and down, you see the pretty girl, and you see certain things with them and wear and wear.
Naturally, brother.
Naturally, you're human.
We eat salt, you know.
So you have to be consistently in presence of mind to put them things to black. Come on, go to gymnasium regular. I'm going to tell you, jeez, I'm base, boy. Them squat there never.
Yeah, man, I know it.
I have to stay so, you know.
So but, the journey, the walk has been, you know,
difficult but rewarding. I just know that whatever God ordained it, no human being can stop that.
Yes.
You know, and whatever God planned, the man can't change that.
Yes.
Because even me try to change God's plan.
You want people back on you.
Him say, you over here though. I this me feel over here, so you know. You see me? I go up on tour and I tour some places and I travel some places and say, you know, say I go try to find my next destination to live. I go Japan. Where I move now? I say no. I go Hawaii. There for Hawaii. I say no. I come now and stop in Portland, Oregon. I stopped there for a show. I never stopped to meet my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just got introduced to some people and she was a part of the team. And she just come and brighten up the world at the restaurant. The brightest thing at the restaurant, brother.
That was that.
That was it. We were just friends, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
But God is saying, this may have planned for you. Here we are, married, 2 kids later, happy life. It wasn't always easy being with me for her, but she has really found a way to tap into me and my energy. And I think the Holy Spirit speak to me through her sometimes. Because I'm a hard man for this sometimes, brother. Very, very hard for this sometimes.
I like so. But I get into that.
She will tell you that.
Singer.
Yeah.
You is a man who shout up a Itza.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, and as I said this earlier, for me, some of the greatest modern classics as it comes to Lovers Rock in a Daville catalog. Yeah? Of all the songs that you have recorded, though, is there a song in the catalog that resonates with you differently from the rest of them? That one that mean more to you on a level?
For you and me, it's just another day. And the reality is so hard for us to face. For you and me, it's just another day. The reality is hard for us to face. I think just another day.
It's another day.
That song up until this day, when I listen to it, I cry tears.
Yeah?
Yeah, because sometimes when I see homeless people, I don't know, I just get emotional. Seriously, because I think at one point in my life, I was kind of there.
Yeah. You can't relate.
Yeah, situation happened at home and I had to run
Take
away.
for yourself.
And during the process of that, I spent 1 year of my life bouncing from
Yes?
here to there. Yeah, man, and eventually ended up back at Tiger Valley. But this time around, at older age, when different people control the yard, and now,
Okay.
me, I have to take up a look of shock for myself. The flooring was dirt and all these wonderful things. And I've told these stories before. We don't really want to dwell upon that. What does no say? By me experiencing that and knowing what it feels like to be without food and a shelter, man, it hurts me when I see homeless people a lot of times. It's like I can relate so much.
Yeah, relive some situations.
Yeah, and that
some
song
experiences.
was based on that
Just
experience.
another day.
So up until this day, when I listen to that song, man, it does something to me.
Nice.
You know?
Nice.
Yeah.
Which of your song has been the most successful from a commercial perspective?
Commercial perspective, I gotta say, on my mind.
On my mind.
Yeah, up until
The original or the remix?
they're both. You know?
Both of them.
Both of them, because I have the people them who support the music and the fans them. Sometimes, oh singer, I never like the fact that you sing that song over with Sean Paul and you do the remix. I prefer the original.
Right, yeah.
And then there are people who are like, I really love that remix you did with Sean Paul. It's amazing. So, me personally, I appreciate them both because I think that they both did what they were supposed to do in the time when I did it.
Yes.
When I did On My Mind, that was a song, that was the breakthrough song. It's like In Heaven took me to the ceiling.
Right.
And then Can't Get Over You came and was now punching this hole that was just trying to break open.
Yeah,
On My Mind just brought it right through. And then the remix with Sean,
Transcend
Pick
the
it.
thing to a different geographical boundaries now.
geographical boundaries, different set of people, different fan base, which wouldn't generally listen to a lover's rock song. You feel me?
You play any instrument?
My ping pong in my head,
Piano?
in my head,
Or keyboard?
in my head.
In your head?
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Yes,
so
man.
in that video there, I have one? Where I play the piano?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Somebody
You play the piano
Somebody
there?
played the guitar to that On My Mind, the first video, man. Yes, man.
So you can do a few little good things then?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, because we can't tell lie again.
Yeah.
That was safe.
Yeah.
On the real, in the video yesterday, I was just acting because I act as well. You feel me?
Okay, yeah.
So I was acting.
Okay.
And then
You
whenever
actually a player.
no man, play what man, in my head, man. In my head I was playing, and then in the video with On My Mind when I was playing the guitar. Yeah, when it was my idea, I say, yo, you see when you do the pull away,
Right.
I do my thing. But she come for the closing,
And are you there?
put Stephen McGregor finger on the guitar. And that's what he did.
Okay.
I think that was Stephen playing because that guitar was Stephen's guitar.
Okay.
So Stephen playing the up close, and when I'm pulling, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But in my head I was playing still, you get me? Now, I can play a couple of notes on the guitar because I've been self-teaching myself.
Is there a song in the catalog where you don't think it justice where it deserves?
Holy.
Never tell me. I know that
Holy,
I tell
man.
you, I could, yeah?
can't- yeah, but I
tell
can't-
me the one that come to the top of your head. Say, yo, what go on here, sir?
Give thanks.
Give thanks.
Do you really know what it is like to have no food to eat? Yet you say that your life is so hard. And do you really know what it is like to have nowhere to sleep? You must give thanks for whatever you've got. No justice.
No justice.
No justice.
So you just look well and out. You see, knowing some things now kind of give you a different perspective to know for the songs, you know.
Yeah.
Because when you explain certain things, you
Yeah.
kind of see it in the music.
Yeah, man. 1 in a million, too.
1 in a million.
I got to tell you that you're 1 in a million. 1 in a million, girl, and I will never ever give you up for another. Will never ever give you up for another. I got to tell you that you're 1 in a million. And 1 in a million, girl, I got to tell you. I wanna pay them no mind, cause they can stop this. Don't they want us to fail, we gonna rock this. The love that we share is so amazing. Your world is ours for the taking. So make them go and talk, go when them think them above your head. You've got my heart, and you alone I share me bed. And after all the things them said, I'm gonna put you on a pedestal and crown your head. You know,
So like I apology that again.
No.
No, okay.
No,
sorry.
no. I'm just basically highlighting the women.
Yeah, man.
Because I've been with so many in my lifetime, you know? That's all. Yeah.
Fair enough, sir.
Yes, man.
Fair enough,
I've had many, man.
Yeah.
You know? But right now I have the ultimate one.
The ultimate one.
You understand?
You have been many places to perform. Father Thomas. Yeah?
Yes.
Is there a particular place when you know you have a show there, so? There's a different energy and vibes. You look forward to the crowd there and people there that love there.
There are a few places, though.
Yeah, man.
And I got to tell you that Kenya is one of them. Japan is one of them.
You know Japan in your place.
Yes, you know.
Ichiban, man.
Yes, man. Ichiban.
Number one, man.
Arigato. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you see me. Yeah. Kenya, Mambo, Vipi.
Yeah.
You get me, I say? You know what I mean? Yeah, those two places.
Kenya, Japan.
But I got to tell you, though, there's no place like home, though.
No, yard.
No place like home, especially when the people them really love you and coming out to come see you and put it. You see, when you get the Jamaican love, brother, it's a different thing. No matter how much love them give you out the road.
Yard love.
You don't come a yard and you get the Jamaican love there. I'm going to tell you this. The last show I did here was Rebel Salute.
Yes.
A couple of years ago. And when they called me for that.
2018.
Yeah, when they called me for that, I was a bit hesitant.
You never sure
Because I'm like,
go.
man, I've performed in Jamaica for so long. People them forget me already, man. But when I came and I stepped out on that stage, before I stepped out on stage, I had no voice. A lot of people didn't know that. I couldn't sing a note because I had a massive sinus infection. Mash up my voice and everything. I can't sing. Even up until this day, my agent at the time is still like stunned, like he can't figure out how to find the voice. But when I step out,
I hear the reception.
I'm see the people and them start pour on the love, man. But I'm them tour, man.
Dig it out.
Shoot. You see me?
Yes.
And up until this day, that love has stayed with me. Ain't nothing like performing at home, especially when the people are.
When the people in my yard love you doing, you can't do anything, man.
Yes,
man.
man.
I true that. Is there anywhere where Daville now work it when hope for work at one of them time?
Yes, a few places, of course. I want to do some more places in Africa. You know, for years, certain places have been requesting me, but we haven't really come to an amicable agreement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's quite a few places. Yeah, man.
Go and work on it, man. It will happen.
Yeah.
Looking at the journey, singer, yeah? What would you say at this point in time is that thing that when you look at it, it makes you extremely proud that you have achieved musically?
Extremely proud that I've
Yeah,
I'm extremely proud of the fact that I've seen myself through the different stages of the music. And music emulates life. It emulates my life, you know. And when I tell you that music saved me, I don't say that because I just want to say something if it sound good, for a sound bite. It's literally the reality. God gave me a talent. I didn't know the power of it until now. Even when I had those hit records,
yes,
I thought I knew. Still never know. But just I know now. You think you heard Daville yet? You haven't.
Yeah? Go and listen.
In my studio right now, I have about 5 albums.
So there's so much album
And
in
I've-
the studio one time.
she's just
brother.
there.
Road, man.
Road, everybody say, but I have a different understanding and passion for music in this sense. On my phone right now, if I go for my phone right now and pull up my catalog of things that I've demoed, I have hundreds of demos in my phone, separate from the one I have at home. Because
Yeah.
almost every day, my wife will tell you, I dream music. I get up in the middle of my dream because I get a song. Run to my bathroom, come in and wake up the whole house. Record, tape. I can't get them fast enough out. You feel me? I'm just now in the process of releasing an album, which my album will be out in 2022.
But the last one was 2012, Crazy Love.
Long time.
Long
And,
time.
yeah, and if you notice, the reason why that is this. If you listen Crazy Love, Great songs and crazy love. That could do just as well as On My Mind and everything else. But I realized something. I come to Jamaica. Why may I tell you? I like to talk certain things about me to talk the truth. My wife, I said, no, may I talk the truth. Because it's a reality. And I'm over these things, but I have to talk. You see me? I come to Jamaica and say, all right, I'm going to do some promotion on the album. Bring about $1 million with me. Bring $1 million so I promote my music. You get me? I said, because I'm not ashamed to tell you. Yeah? But Greece on. Because when you compete with certain artists, where I give man certain things, I feel, because me alone I want the fame for myself, and me alone I want, when I get a hit song, it's for me alone to eat from it. It's not me alone build me. There are radio people who build my career.
Right.
Big man thing. Soul man who build my career. People in the press who write for the Stars and the X2s and the Observers who build my career. You feel me? Promoters who build my career. Because when a promoter give me a show, what am I do?
Build him.
You might build me. Can you give me the opportunity to come and express myself doing what I love, and you're paying me for it too. You see me, when I radio man play me, you play me so other people can hear my music and get to know it and appreciate it. So if me I make money, when I supposed to make a thing too? Of course. I don't have a problem with that. But when I come to now, boop and link you up, as a radio man, me know we're good like that. And you can tell me, say, boy, singer, you and him Daville, you know, sing big song with Sean Paul, you know. I look at me say cookie, I can't work, you know.
Yeah.
And I said, but I'm just showing my appreciation. I'm not really pay. Because I cannot pay a radio man to play my song. And I cannot pay a sound man to play my song. But I'm going to show my appreciation how I choose to. You feel me? And that's how I choose to show my appreciation, to give you a thing. But I'm a pocket so you can put some gas in your car. Maybe a car in the parking lot right now. Be there on the radio station right now, I pump out, I pour beer wall in my song. Why I can't fill the tank and get to one? I don't know if you eat from morning. Suppose more give I think she can eat something and feel good. But when you can tell me say 200,000 daddy. You can't do big song with Jean Paul.
You're the big song with Sean Paul.
No, King. Still. You throw me off, man. Yeah, I know I do big song, but brother.
I say, no, you look at trouble. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but
this way I say, man.
when the man said that to me, as a man, I'm look up to. Because I remember, I never have the name, not the thing, even when the man, because the man is big, and I play Daville, you know. I'm always me, you're good. See if your sister know the singer come back and don't forget you. And I come share my appreciation, and all me I look for is for you to support good music. Come on, I bring trash, come give for play King. I don't do that something. That's why I stop voicing people in a brother. Because I realize I'm a voice of people. Them try to dictate to me what to voice. And by so doing, sometimes I end up doing a song that I'm not comfortable with. So now, God gave me the knowledge and the ways and the know-how to do it for myself. And when I do it, I have to bring it to Him. And if He's all right with it, then we're good. I'm going to Him all right with what I'm doing now. So when I did that album and I come to book and I put it out, I couldn't promote it based on that. King, I left in a hurry, man. It's not getting no love because of that. So now I was reluctant to release anything new after that. Because I'm like, that experience just threw me off. Because I need the support. If I'm putting out music, who's going to play? But the good thing about now and then, the platform of music has changed so drastically. Social media is where the thing is at right now. You dig? So, the little thing I used to probably give you for bless you with, but now when you disrespect me, come on, I can disrespect you. Somebody else will go somewhere else and do my thing. So now, I'm so grateful and thankful for every disc jockey that has played my music, that is still playing it right now, because I'm a daddy, I'm a yard more time, I'm a year. Sometimes some people come and say, yo, sing, you know, say, where I play, or them send me a voice note. I'm say, who this? And I'm saying, you know, say, so and so. I'm say, it's a great feeling. But that's why I haven't released anything
but
in
something
that
like pipeline.
Yeah, but
well,
definitely.
A lot of things apparently.
Definitely. Because we never stop voicing. I never stop working.
Then.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because music is something. I remember a few years ago, I called my agent and I said, yo, you know, say, I'm not going to retire from music. Seriously. I said, I'm going to retire, you know. The man said, what you say? I said, I'm going to retire. My father called me one day, you know. And I'm saying, hey, so I go on the music. Okay, them voice big enough. Why go on the music? So I said, but daddy, you know, say, I look at the music and the man said, what you say? I look at the music. I said, yeah, man, cause the man said, my youth, it a go work. Music, I say. Oh, you feel like a music. Music in your blood. Oh, you feel like a music. My youth, do it. It a go work. It have to work. And then I come to no book and the Spirit said to me, say, don't listen to what people say. You can't please everybody. You can't please every radio man. And every radio man not gonna like you. And every radio man not gonna play your song. You can't please every sound man and people in the press. You can't please everybody. You can't even please your own kids them. Or your own family someday. You can't even please yourself sometime, bro. Now get me and say to you, see here we do. Do things to the best of your ability. As long as you're happy with it, that's all it takes, because everything has a fun out there.
True.
If it's even one person.
True.
But I'm the whole heap of song I mean I like. Me personally, I say, yo, man, I hear the song again, but don't play it. But I can't tell you how I feel about it.
True.
How your favorite song? You get me and say to you? So now, the path that I'm on right now with music, I'm doing music, and I'm doing the music I'm happy with doing.
Yes.
I'm not really watch people. I'm just doing my thing. You get what I'm saying to you? I'm very picky with people that I work with. Come and get rid of them every day for voice man. I mean, I choose. It's just me. I'm being. R.F. Cooper is the first person I've voiced for in years. Because I'm sending me a rhythm out there. But love the rhythm. But love the title of the rhythm. I'm a voice and an amazing song on it. And R.F. Cooper and I have always, for some reason, R.F. Cooper rhythm them always pull on the spiritual part of me. Because him is the one who did I'm Just Another Day.
Yes.
Give Thanks. As I Am. Them song. They say, you know, so they think deep. We have a whole lot of material coming out. We already have 2 videos. I already have 2 videos already shot for 2 of my singles. I was supposed to put them out this year, but again, I'm being very strategic with my music. So I have 2 songs already shot, video already set to go. I have 4 more videos to shoot. And we're going to be shooting those. And we're going to be releasing a song per month with a video to accommodate. You know what I mean? Coming around, get no more copyright infringement. Someone not give me music to nobody.
Right.
Come realize I'm up on YouTube and I'll be a copyright infringement, even to use my own music. So I don't do that something.
That is why we don't upload people music, brother.
Yeah.
That's the thing, but people don't understand that when a man link me and say teach. But that's how the thing set up.
Yeah.
Looking at the journey, bro, is there anything you can do differently, musically, if you get the chance to redo the musical journey? When I look on it and say, no, sir, Daville, I know you shouldn't do that differently, I shouldn't do that.
Honestly, yeah. Whole heap of things. But even I will look back and say, we could have done better. I don't live in regret. I don't regret nothing at this point. It simply means that if I need to change, and I would have gone back and changed certain things, it would have altered my present state.
Affect certain things.
It would have altered me meeting my wife. You know what I mean? It would have altered me having my kids that I have right now. And it would have altered me being the man that I am today. You get me? Looking back on the Daville that was before the person you've seen here right now, believe me, I want to hit myself across the head sometime for thinking the things that I thought then and doing some of the things that I did then. But what am I going to do? It's in the past.
A young man, I'm a grown, you know?
Yeah, man.
Things that we know their feelings there. So whilst there are things, but you know, you don't really change it because you have been doing music for a long time, really.
Long time.
Yeah. Is there anything where Daville love enough other than music when we then do for put food on him family table if I never music him do?
Don't say a word. Honestly, without honesty, if you give me an option to do another career and something else apart from music, it will be music.
To the music.
It will be music.
Yeah.
Because nothing satisfies me more than creating something from scratch and bringing it to fruition, and you're seeing the finished product, and you're like, oh, yo, this is coming from that. Sometimes I play a song, and I'll probably play it to my girl, and I'll be like, baby, listen to this. Remember where this was coming from? It's coming from this, you know. Just a blueprint to this amazing Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? You see me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, music, man.
Yeah.
Can't, yo.
Yeah. So music it would be.
Yeah, because, again, I remember when I was going to school, it's always been music whenever the teachers ask me the same question.
Yes.
And years after, I was somewhere and I met up one of my schoolmates, and he was like, yo, nah, lie, man, you're the only person I met from school days who was always wanted to do one thing.
And I hate him though.
And that's what you're doing. You feel me?
But do the ways of it
Yeah,
true.
man.
You stay true to your G, brother. Were you on Why Me Lord with Shaggy?
Yeah.
At Shots?
Yeah, boy, you did research, man. It was the group actually, ARP.
It was ARP.
Yeah, we sang backup. The background,
Lord.
why me, Lord, why me, Lord, why me, Lord, why me.
Yes. You and Shaggy also have another song.
Yeah,
Forever.
yeah,
That is on one of your albums.
yeah, Mr. Orville, Barrel, big
Barrel.
up yourself. You know what I mean? I gotta tell you, man, Shaggy's more the coolest person.
Yes.
You know, I consider him friend because we
He
never.
wasn't want to interview him still.
We never had a dull moment with him
Yeah.
whenever I see him. The last time I saw him was when he was in Florida, doing a show down in Florida.
Yeah.
And I took my wife to go see him. We made it backstage and we'll vibe. Yeah, but that Forever song
Right.
was written and produced by me and one of Shaggy's songwriters at the time called GC, and I think another guy named Dwayne. But it was for my production.
Yes.
Yeah, man. At the time, I lived around the block from where Shaggy place was in New York. You know what I mean? So I would venture around there every now and then. Yeah, man. But Shaggy has always been a great G, man. Yeah.
Blessing multiply, the Marco.
The Marco, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we have some Marco, I'm done, man. Yeah. I cannot say anything about the Marco and don't mention my road manager, who is now transcended to the next life, Bogle. Robert Bogle was the reason why I met DeMarco.
Okay.
Robert Bogle was a person that was instrumental behind my career for most of my time in Jamaica. The smallest dude in the building, but the biggest man with the presence. You get me? Yeah, man, so I met DeMarco through Robert Bogle, and that song again was my production again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Marco, talented person.
Very talented
Yeah, man.
person. Supremely talented
man,
person.
trust me. Sometimes I
realize.
grudge him sometime, man. Come and say, yo, if he even sprinkle some of that talented over here, you know, I'm good. If I can't play that keyboard, if I say, you know, I'm good.
Talented dude,
Yeah, man, over here,
talented
man,
dude.
very.
You and Assassin have a song as well.
Yeah, man, Assassin.
Who else you collab with?
Sprague.
Well, Sprague.
Sprague Benz.
Yeah, we know Marcia, that big collab
Yes,
there.
man. You
We
see
know
me?
Sean Paul.
Yeah, man.
Massive collab.
Deli Ranks.
Deli Ranks.
You see me?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Is there anybody where Daville now work with collaboratively or you man going to the studio one day with or lay down something on a rhythm?
Stephen Marley. Skip Marley. Damian Marley. You see me, I say, Barry Saman. Me and Barry speak about it already, we haven't done it yet, but I'm hoping that we will get it done real soon. You dig? Cali Buds. You see me? Yeah. These people, you know?
Yes.
Bounty Killer. I've always wanted to do something
Yeah.
Bounty, but John don't start. I don't know. Sometimes I try to get beyond the energy there.
Yeah.
You know that energy there where you're not supposed to say. Yeah, I mean, Mama Ivy, because you got rest her soul, amazing woman. I used to call her on the regular. We used to talk on the phone. Yeah, man, but Bunty, I think Bunty probably might not know, I don't know, but Mama Ivy, yeah, man, I used to speak to her a whole lot.
Make you think that would kill her, man.
You know, but, you know, Bunty so hard for need more time, brother.
No, man.
You get me?
All right, it's all right.
Yeah.
Everything good, that's all right, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You, as I said, you know, you've been around, brother. You've been to the music, yeah?
Yeah.
Still in love with it.
Listen to me. The only thing I love more than music at this point is God Almighty Himself. You know what I mean? My kids and my wife. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you, my wife competed with music. Hold it for that love there. You see me? You see me? Yeah. And more time to the video game. I love my Xbox, man. What? Man, I kill that, man. I have some everything dead in a Grand Theft, man.
Everything dead.
Yeah, but my thing is mostly sports.
Sports at all.
Yeah, I love my basketball. I love what the American call soccer, but we call football.
Man, a football thing.
Yeah, man. I love my Jamaican football, and I love the American football as well.
Okay.
And I play my shooting game. We can live for the shooting thing.
Yeah, man.
Shoot people. At the only time I get to kill people and I worry about repercussions, man. So,
you write a lot of your work. Most of your songs.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Whilst you did some covers earlier, you write for anybody?
I do, definitely.
Officially, like?
Officially. I've written songs for Marcia, you feel me? I've written songs for a couple of young artists as well. An artist I just helped write something, her name is Elismo. And I mean, just wrote something for her. I have another artist named Lavi. One of my amazing backup singers, I write something for her. I've co-written with other people. The song, I've co-written with Shaggy. I did a song for Shaggy called Fling It Up.
Fling It Up.
Yeah, man, fling it up on me, baby, and fling it up on me, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shaggy and I co-wrote that. You know, the Forever as well. Right. You know what I mean? That I did with him. We co-wrote that as well. You know what I mean? So yeah. The collabs in terms of the area has been there, but I cannot take all credit for songs overall because there have been songs that was co-written with other people. And in the earlier part, I used them Carriagers. Used to write some bad dance thing. Cool Face. You know,
Cool Face.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, some
Cool Face.
Me and Cool Face, we go way back from school days.
Okay.
We used to go to Norman Manley. You feel me?
Yeah.
So when I used to be up by Dan Carleone and them place, the Cool Face was very, you know, instrumental in some of them, some of them dance, I think you know what I mean? Yeah, so most notable, Cool Face helped me write quite a few of them dance out things. Yeah, man.
Albums, the first one was In Heaven.
Yeah.
Can't Get Over You.
Yeah.
On My Mind.
Yeah.
Ichiban.
Yeah.
Crazy Love.
Yeah.
That's that. And the next one coming out, your title is that?
Well, this one coming out right now, I have a few titles for it, but when I haven't really locked into which one of the titles I'm going to be using. You know what I mean? But trust me, this is me evolve in music. When you hear, trust me, this is like top notch above that. The bar has been risen. Yeah, man, big time, 100%.
And you already make me know, so I can go buy it and support the thing.
Big time.
See?
Yeah, man.
Make a tune with Killer happen.
What? Man.
Don't worry about it. But the people them out there, sound man them who want to get in touch with Daville for dub plates.
Yeah.
Because that's something a part of that something. How
always,
they go about
man.
doing that?
Just link me up on the IG, man, on the gram. You know what I mean? What up on the gram?
Or the angle?
Yeah, Daville Music.
Daville
Music on IG. You feel me? Yeah, and
anywhere else? Twitter?
Yeah, we're up on Twitter. Daville Music on Twitter as well. Facebook, Daville Music again on Facebook. Yeah.
So, link up on the socials to the dub plate.
Yeah, man. Then the email is davilleofficial at gmail.com. You get me? Yeah. Those are the angles you can get at me. Yeah. But yeah.
Brother, give thanks first and foremost.
Brother, it's officially.
A long time, you are going to link you not long after I start with that something.
But no, over a year now I'm going.
No, man, I'm more than a year.
Whoa,
yeah, man,
time.
Teach you know me not there, but anytime I forward.
Yeah.
And you're forward and I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, man. It's always been presence of mind. I've been here a couple of times since, but because of the tightness of the whole thing, you know. But this time around, I told my
Everything
wife.
take time, man.
Yeah, man.
Everything take time. And we appreciate that, brother. Go on to the music.
Yeah.
You understand? It's good to see the man looking young,
Yes, sir.
happy.
God is great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? I eat well.
Yeah.
You see me? And my wife is.
Well, I mean, if you do some of that too, brother, because
Yeah, man.
fat I run my dog.
Yeah, and don't forget, you have to work out, man.
Brother,
You see me?
consistency, man. Because I used to do that something, you know, regular, you know, hard, you know, man. The girl I used to
But here
love
we go
me,
and
man.
do teach them. Here we go, man. With Jamaica, we realize we love this bag of dumpling and this
I
bag
really
of
eat
rice.
rice and flour like that still in a real life.
You see
And
me?
the sugar thing, but me try and then me stop and
Link
then
with the same boat, man.
tired, but me I go, me I sort it out.
Hold on, man. Link with the same bolt. I log on upon some of the yellow yam and banana, man. You said the man fast.
See, I heard, man.
Yeah,
But
man.
we try and we did have it lock one at a time, man. Right now,
Yeah.
fat off it on the lock. But brother, go on to
Okay.
the thing.
Thank
See,
you.
when the album is out,
Yes, sir.
and the music, I was listening some stuff on Apple Music
Yeah.
last night as well. So the music is on the digital
Yes.
stores.
Yes.
Everything.
Everything
and
is
the next thing I need to ask before I go is that, you know, when we talk to artists, whether 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, one of the challenges with them have is them have difficulties collecting them royalties and
Yeah.
publishing. How are things really
Well,
with you on that?
I have some of that covered. I don't think I have everything covered. You know what I mean? There's still outstanding things out there for me to collect. But it's a difference. It's different when you know that there's something you're not getting
Versus what
versus
you can call it. Yeah, true,
how you're going to go about getting that.
True.
You dig? So hopefully I can find some way to rectify that situation.
Like you have dealt with the business side of the business fairly well.
Yeah, fairly well, but not as probably
In depth as
as I should. You know what I mean? There's still some stuff out there that needs to come in.
We're glad to hear that.
Yeah, man,
still,
can I
sir.
hold up on my pocket more time and I
Food
sing
up on
on.
the table, you know.
Yeah, man, hold on one note and I go someone and feel the Kyle because the voice comes out sweeter, you know? Yeah.
Bro, pick up yourself, go on do the thing,
Yes.
and an art of love. Here, sir.
God
Man
bless.
thing. Blessings every time.
Yeah, man, every time, same.
Yeah, man.
I've made a change for you. And oh, and this time I promise I'm never gonna hurt you again. Teach them the things I used to do. Oh, and this time I promise I'm never gonna do them again. Watch it up. You're always on my mind. You're always on my mind. Teach them a number and every time. Baby, you're all that I want. When you're lying here in my arms, find it hard to believe we're never on. Oh no, till love is all that I need. And I found it there in your heart. No visit too hard to say, where we never on. Teach them, I tell them. Teach them, I got to tell you that you're one in a million. One in a million, and I will never ever for another. I will never ever for another. I got to tell you that you're one in a million. One in a million, girl, and I will never ever give you up. Teach them, I tell you, said they'll never ever give you up. To the fullest, all right then. Baby, I'm sorry, sorry for breaking your heart. Been unfaithful to you, I know I've done wrong, but I'm sorry. Teach them, I tell them, say, yesterday is gone. Whoa, I've made a change for you. And oh, and this time I promise I'm never gonna hurt you again. The things I used to do. And oh, and this time I promise I'm never gonna do them again. Even though I try and I refuse to cry, I can't get over you. I can't get over you. Even though I try and I refuse to cry, I can't get over you. I can't get over you. See that? Teach them.
Teach them. Hey, yo, hello. Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here. Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Like the video before you go. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. And remember to share the video with your friends and family. And browse the channel for more quality content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them!